on it and stuff.
I hate just being the only one on these things, but like sometimes it has to happen that way. It's not everybody's going to see Clifford the fucking big red dog.
I'm gonna go see just for Rosie Perez. I don't care about the big red dog.
Thank you for joining our movie.
God, she's awful.
It's her favorite.
She makes me cringe inside. You know, like that feeling when you like feel
you'll
really
never
overwhelmed and like you're like you can feel like anxiety coming on. That's all I can think about. Like that's how I feel. I'm gonna get rid of the white men can't jump pop just because now every time I stare at it, I just think of her. It's like fucking looking down at me.
I am now looking for a Rosie Perez action figure.
She's
Do
awful.
it.
Oh, please
right.
be one.
Let's see here.
On Jeopardy.
Fools that start with a letter Q.
You know that's what if they had one, it would be here at the fucking podium. What is a quince? Oh God. All right, here we go. Intro. Dan is good. Chris is good.
So you'll
Dan is
never
good.
watch
Quince.
Harley Quinn again, will you?
I watch it, man, but it hurts me that she's in that movie. I'm like, what awful casting. You got all these like good looking women, and then you got this fucking troll with the fucking most annoying voice ever.
So which one is it first? Is it her face or is it her voice that does that anxiety feeling
it's
for
the way
you?
she looks first, and then she opens her mouth and it just all falls apart. It's kind of like Trump for a lot of people. That's how I feel about her.
And someone's married to that woman.
Someone's married to her? Do you think she's actually married?
She is married.
Is she recreated?
Yeah, she's married.
Ugh, those poor children. All right, we're gonna get going.
Do your fucking laundry.
Fucking hate her.
Good evening, everyone. Highlights of the news. Traffic accident. Run. Beaver County man being held for murder. More later.
What's going on, y'all? You're tuning in to the highest rated, most listened to podcast to ever grace the airwaves, and you're a better person for listening to us. All right, maybe not, but you're really going to enjoy it anyways. This is Made to Motivate podcast, and we'll be talking social media hot topics, pop culture news, the greatest in movies and music, and all things sports. Make sure you're following us on social media at Made to Motivate podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and you can watch the show on our YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and with that being said, let's get this show started. 69. You silly son of a bitch. Is that
69?
Whitey's?
Yes, sir.
Did you have that custom made, or did they have it with 69 on it?
I was like 13 or 14 years old when this jersey was made.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very nice. Do you wear it there? They give you free chili?
Yeah, I wear it there. It's just the owner, he works sometimes now.
Yeah.
Not as often as he did. So when he sees it, like it brings a smile to his face because they don't make them like these anymore.
69 that brings a smile to his face.
Mm-hmm.
That silly Sally.
I used to wrestle in this jersey.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what you call it, huh? You were wrestling in that jersey.
With my 69.
What is going on, folks? Airwave listeners, video watchers, fans of the show, people that hate us and just tune in to see what we have going on.
Brad Biltz.
And that guy too.
Thanks, Brad.
Made to Motivate podcast. This is our 101st episode. I really dropped the ball last week. It was our 100th episode. I apologize that I let you guys down and didn't announce that or do something really cool, but that's cool. We just crossed 100 episodes. I think that's pretty awesome. We've stuck it out this long, or at least some of us have.
Yeah.
And we got a new show for you tonight. So as always, this is your host, Ryan Weiss, and I'm joined as always by Christopher, the film connoisseur, writer of words, reviewer of things, Kessinger.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah.
I like it. Now the second most episodes by himself.
Ooh.
No more ties.
Wow. Chris is the second most valuable player of the podcast.
That's
Second
right.
to me, which I don't think anyone will surpass, but please, if
Give it
you'd
a
like
shot.
to, give it a shot.
I got to learn soundboard.
And back with us again, maybe a permanent bench person on the show is Daniel, the shoe guy.
What's going on?
Sandman.
What's happening?
Good to have you back.
Le Champion.
The blue looks really good over there with you.
Does
I
it?
think it's because of your sweater and stuff. Yeah, you look real fancy.
I'm all blue.
I like it.
I'm blue.
Got blue balls? You don't have to answer that.
He's blue for another reason we'll talk about later.
Hey. What's going on, sir?
Not much,
Good
man.
to have you back.
Glad to be back here. 4 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, this is
It's got to
good
be a
stuff.
record.
I'm just like the new Jesse.
You are. I mean, you are the new Jesse. You're gonna take over Jesse's spot as being the figurehead that's here often.
Yeah.
And now Jesse will take over your spot where he shows up randomly once
randomly.
every month. and that's fine.
So-
or 2 months.
If you're the new Jesse, you have to call off next week.
Oh yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You're not the new Jesse. You surpass Jesse. Jesse's here, and then you're here. Sorry. But yeah, we're back. Another show for you guys. Thanksgiving week, so we got a lot to talk about.
Unreal.
We're talking about some cool Thanksgiving things and a whole heap of other stuff. But first, Christopher, since last week, what's new? What's popping? What's exciting? What have you reviewed to tell us if it sucked or not, movie wise, or other things that sucked or don't suck that you want to talk about?
I'll talk further about them later, but like I've reviewed 3 new movies this week.
Ooh.
The first is Tick Tick Boom, which was a musical on Netflix, one of your favorites genres. Stars Andrew Garfield as Jonathan Larson, who's the founder of Rent, the other musical that was big on Broadway for over 2.5 years.
That's coming here soon.
Yeah.
Rent.
So he's the man that basically created all that, and it was a solid film. The Will Smith movie King Richard, outstanding. Yeah, it's one of my favorite films of the year.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
like, and for a sports biopic, they're so formulaic usually with these instances. They're usually predictable. I knew nothing about Venus and Serena's first act of their careers, and I felt like I was riveted by the end of the movie. Like I had no idea how this was going to end.
King Richard, Dune.
And
Where
that's
do they
kind of
go?
a question, because like I was looking at my 9 out of 10s, which
you
I
told me Dune was up there as probably your favorite.
I think as of right now, and this could obviously change by the time I do my countdown in December, I think as of right now, Dune's a better movie.
Okay.
But
I like it.
with that said, King Richard does some things better than Dune does. They're 2 different films. And then the third movie that I watched this week was Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yes.
Yeah. Surprisingly good.
Yeah, I was really
Yeah,
impressed by
you
your
were.
review.
Yeah.
I was very impressed because I did not have high hopes for you.
Yeah,
Like
I was
that one.
going into it and I was dreading it because I hated the trailers.
Yeah.
I made fun of them. I've gone on this show and said how much I've hated the trailers. And like after watching it, it is the most emotional Ghostbusters movie of the whole franchise. And like as far as the ending goes, and I'm not saying this is a joke, you will be brought to tears.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm gonna cry. I already know I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So I got to see both those then. I mean, obviously I was gonna see Ghostbusters, but King Richard, I was kind of on the fence.
I'm surprised you haven't seen that yet,
King
because you
Richard?
love Will Smith.
I do really like Will Smith. I just didn't know much. Like you said, I don't know much about their story. I mean, I know they're both tremendous athletes, and I'm sure it will be great just because anything Will Smith does is almost always amazing or very well done. So
He's going to get an Oscar nod for this one. He might even win it because the male competition this year is very slim.
wow.
Nice.
How do you compare it to a what's that movie called? The one where he's the poor guy.
Pursuit of Happiness.
What do you, as far as his? Cause I like when I think of that movie, I think of him as a performance.
It's his best
and
performance.
it's insane.
It's absolutely his best. The fact that he wasn't nominated that year is a travesty.
Is this up there with that?
Yeah, and funny enough, when you made that comparison, it brought memories of my review back, because I said this is my favorite performance of Will Smith since The Pursuit of
It's
Happiness.
phenomenal, man.
So I don't think it exceeds that.
Yeah.
But dude, you're
It's up
talking. I mean, it's his generational work there, and as far as The Pursuit of Happiness goes,
Nice.
that's his best. He will never touch that level of emotional resonance.
It's amazing, like his body of work since Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like that young kid and to what he's turned out to be as a man and actor.
76 films, 76 acting
insane
roles.
catalog.
Yep.
Insane catalog.
Yep.
Very cool. So movies, anything else fun and exciting?
As with our golf league, like I finally got that whole thing squashed,
Yes.
for a couple of weeks. We were wondering if, there's a stupid rule going on with the place we're playing at next week, that I wouldn't be able to walk with you guys for free and be your scorekeeper. I'd have to pay just to even do that. I finally got that figured out. I went up there, drove up yesterday, met with Natalie, who's the owner's daughter, and she
Single?
no. And not happening. But yeah, she was nice. And like I think at first, like she was a little taken aback by me because I told her like we
a big man.
we have this mini golf league. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh. And my body's huge. But she was taken aback because I talked about our mini golf league and all that. And basically, our rules, what we do, we're gonna come in and play 2 games each group and all that.
Yeah.
So I think like I kind of
She was impressed.
yeah,
She's like, yeah, we don't want to turn this way. It's legit. That's cool.
Kind of relaxed their nerves probably a little bit.
yeah.
Like didn't know what to expect.
And that's
Having
what I
that many
said.
people come through for
That's cool.
for mini golf.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. I go, so it's 40 games times 1125. I'm like, this is what you're going to walk away with here.
Right.
Like, I'm one guy.
And I'm not playing.
Right.
And I'm not playing.
Just standing there out of the way.
You got cameras at every hole. You can see where I'm at.
They have people walk around that course anyways
Yeah.
to check in. Like they've got those people that walk and just kind of see what's going on. Like,
I
I'm not
didn't see
fucking playing.
that.
And you know what? Even if you were playing, fuck it, give you the free game. You're still bringing 40 some games anyways.
Right.
But you're not. So whatever.
I wouldn't do that. You know,
I
like,
know, but I'm
would-
saying like,
Yeah.
When I was out playing last week, or was it like a week before?
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody walk in the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. The last
It was
couple times
really
I was
cramped up,
there,
yeah,
there
it
was
was-
like
Yeah, we had people.
yeah, there was the guy like
coming
wandering
through.
around, just kind of like directing traffic and sort of thing. And
Yeah.
that was also because of COVID. Maybe they laxed a little bit because they were checking to make sure people were spaced.
Yeah.
And that you weren't going to the next hole until like they were
Right.
cleared and stuff like that.
Right.
So,
We were on top of each other.
yeah.
So I asked her about
Giant
that.
Orgy.
Kids with-
Oh,
I also asked her about the COVID rules. I said, with everything ramping up, like, do you require masks or anything? And she goes, no, we're not at that worrying stage yet where we're going back to that.
Good stuff.
So whether I know there's players in our league who will wear it regardless, but
Yeah. So we kick off next weekend then. Not
next Friday.
Yeah. So a little over a week from now.
This man will play on Friday and then everybody else will play on Saturday.
hopefully I can set that bar high.
I like your chances. With that, I'm just saying, I'm a betting man. I like his
Fucking
chances in that
guy.
group.
This fucking guy. Daniel,
What's up?
what is new? What's happening? What's exciting? What's not exciting? What's going on?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay,
Nothing.
Jesse.
Leaving for Chicago on
Chi-town.
Thursday.
You can get a slice. You can get a pie.
Well, yeah, you have to if you go to Chicago, but I got to figure out where I'm going
Not
to go.
Giordano's. Right?
No,
Okay,
no,
thank
that
God.
was no.
What's up with
It's
Giordano's?
just not that great.
So-
Everyone's like, go to Chicago and get
Well,
a Giordano. It's not that great.
Oh, is that the big one?
There's others that are out there that's better, but
I
yeah, I'll
want
figure out.
a greasy from the cart on the street slice of pizza, like
Yeah.
a real piece of pizza. I don't want like a
Well, Chicago's known
Giordano's.
for their deep dish,
Yes, not for me.
and that's what you got to go there for.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I don't know. We don't have any major plans out there. We're just going Black Friday shopping on Michigan Avenue. Could be pretty crazy.
Yes.
The hotel just reached out to me this week and asked if I wanted to upgrade my room because it's already been the trips was paid for 2 years ago. We just haven't been able to use it.
Upgrade for free.
We could do an upgrade. Oh well, they weren't free upgrades.
Mhm.
There was like 5th floor higher for $12 a night. If you wanted a room facing Michigan Avenue, it's like $17 a night. If you want a room facing the lake and the beach, it's like $19 a night. If you want to double the size of your room, $24. If you want to triple the size, make it extra suite, it's like $135 extra.
And if you want a prostitute sent to your room, it's $36.
That's right.
Just call Julia.
Just tip well. So I put a request in for the 5th floor higher facing Michigan Avenue because I think that'd be pretty cool to be able to see.
And that was 20.
Because I think 2 years ago when we stayed, we faced a wall.
Oh,
Like
Yeah,
our
like another
window was
building
facing
or
a wall.
something.
Yeah.
wow, what
so,
a view.
Right. We were only there for like 1, maybe 2 nights, but staying at the Drake, which is an old
Oh,
classic hotel.
who the fuck are y'all? That's terrible.
Oh man, that was bad. I had to think for a second, like, oh, that Drake. Okay.
God, this fucking guy.
Got the new iPhone.
You did.
Yeah.
You like it? Fancy schmancy?
I'm not getting any notifications and they're all turned on.
I guess it's not a good thing. That's not
What
an
the
iPhone thing.
heck?
That's a fucking Sprint T-Mobile nonsense.
Yeah, that's
They suck.
another story.
If he's bitching about an iPhone, he is Jesse.
No shit.
But I'm proudly using it.
It's blue, right?
It's blue.
It's blue.
see
Dan's
it.
all blued out today. That's cool.
What about you, Ro?
Chi-town, anything else?
Nope.
No?
I don't think so. DoorDash today.
You DoorDashed.
First
That's
time.
good.
I've
Try
had
out.
I've had it for 2 years, 2 years, 2 months.
Dipped your fingers in, got them wet.
Yeah, just a little wet.
Yeah.
You don't want to saturate.
I
No,
saw Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings.
Oh, I did
Dan
too.
saw Shang-Chi and the
Yeah.
10 Rings.
You guys go to Tinseltown?
That I watched online. Fantastic. I really, really enjoyed. I sent you guys in the group chat my thoughts on it, but I finally saw it. Loved it. I don't put it. I think Jesse said number 1.
He said it was one of his favorite. Yeah, like easily top 5. And I was like, I like it.
Yeah.
But
Top 5, I could say, but I
yeah.
think he had said it was his number 1. I think he had said he surpassed Infinity War with it, which I think is saying a lot. It was a good movie, but I think that's a little much. Top
Right.
5, I could see. I thought it was really well done. I think for a story that I didn't know anything about, I really enjoyed the movie. Like I didn't know the character. There's little things that I didn't love. Like we talked about with the way that they're going to tie it into the rest of the movies.
mm-hmm.
There just seems like they've missed some points there, like how is it going to flow based on when this was taking place in the timeline, and these characters were never even talked about, and now they're just going to be a part of everything. It just, I don't know. I don't really love that.
Yeah.
I was really confused with the extra scene at the very last one.
Yeah.
I was a little confused with
It's
that.
kind of pointless. Like, unless it's a really deep cut. I mean, you have to know everything about the comic. Like, even after I looked it up, I was like, the fuck is anybody supposed to know that?
Yeah. But it was good. So I saw that. I saw Dune.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
I still
Yeah.
got to see that.
Dune was incredible.
You want to talk
man.
top 5? That's in my top 5 for the year.
That movie was just stunning. The score was beautiful. The visuals were beautiful. I really love the wardrobe, not the costumes or whatever the fuck I called it.
You can say either or.
The wardrobes. I mean, I was really impressed. I liked the design of their like helmets and stuff.
Yes.
The body armor suits that they had. What a beautiful Villanueva movie.
And
man.
the scope,
It was
the
just
scale, like everything felt universal.
When they're in
Yeah.
the sky, you just see it just goes.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. Dan hasn't seen it, so I won't.
No,
spoil anything.
I'm about to pull up the
But
movie app to see if I can book a ticket tomorrow early.
dude, it's stunning.
Yeah.
I was extremely impressed. No issues following.
That's
Because
what's most
that's what we've
surprising.
talked about when we've had it on the top 5 box office week after week. I'm like, I didn't think there was a following for this movie. Well, I can't believe but I mean, you didn't need to. There was little things that like I wish they would have touched on a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just for someone that's not familiar with the franchise to understand. But you can go into that movie knowing nothing about Dune and walk away very entertained.
Yeah.
The casting was great.
I agree.
I loved it. It was fantastic.
I think Oscar Isaac's badass too, like his father.
Yes.
Like in the
So good.
He's not in there too long, but I feel like it's one of his most compelling
That's
roles too.
when I was watching it the whole time, I'm like, this has got to be very familiar with him because of being in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of, I mean, it's not the same story, but similar. You got the outer space things, and he's a pilot in this as he was in Star Wars. And
Science fiction.
Same the suits and the helmets and everything. Very Star Wars-esque.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love him. I did not know Momoa was in it, and seeing him clean shaven he looks completely different.
He was great.
He was fantastic.
He was probably one of the better roles of the whole movie. Like,
I love him.
His interaction with Timothy Chalamet, the main character,
Yes.
like I thought they were really good. They were like brothers.
Yeah, what a great cast. You got Thanos, you got fucking Zendaya.
You got Drax the Destroyer.
Drax was in it. Yeah, I was super pumped by that.
Yeah, which I mean, he was in his movie for Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
So they're definitely
It
collaborating.
was cast very, very well.
Yeah.
The guy that plays the main villain, I can't think of his name, but I mean, very familiar face.
It's the fat guy, you
The
mean?
big- yeah, the big
It's
dude.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, if you haven't seen Dune, I won't ramble on about it. It's highly recommend. I give it a 9 out of 10. It
Ooh.
was fantastic movie.
And I agree.
9 out of 10.
Yep.
Yeah, it was outstanding. But yeah, that's it. I saw some movies this weekend. Getting ready for golf. That's really it. Just trying to kind of hang back. Thanksgiving's coming up. Crazy week with work. So
What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Both of you?
well, we're gonna talk about it.
Oh.
And let's get social.
Okay.
I think I got time to watch Dune tomorrow. I got a haircut appointment at 2:30.
It's like 2.5 hours or so. It's
Yeah.
long.
11:40 start time.
And your
In the
haircut's
falls.
at what time?
2:30.
You'd be pushing it because the movie won't even
In
start
Hudson,
till noon.
20 minutes of trailers.
Yeah, the movie won't even start till noon, and then it's 2.5 hour long movie.
Or I can do Canton at 11:20.
that. I mean, then you still got to drive.
Yeah.
I know.
Pushing it.
Cinemark is, or Cuyahoga Falls is probably the.
That's a tight squeeze one way or another. Go see it when you guys are in Chicago.
And I think it's out of XD now.
That'd be cool
It
to
is,
see in
yeah.
Chicago. Something to do one night or something. We're seeing though. What are you guys excited about? What do you want to talk about? What do you want to kick it off with? You want to do?
I'll go second tonight.
All right, let's get Solsh.
I was gonna say, let's get sports out of the way.
You wanna do
'cause
sports
I
and get
kind
it
of
over
agree
with?
with Dan. Yeah.
All right, let's just start the show off depressing. That's fine.
Just give it up.
Line to deep left field. It is 45-40. Run, William, run. 20.
Grand Slam Guardians.
Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron
James with the ejection.
This is locker room talk.
He had an ejection, all right.
Bam.
Locker room talk with Dan, the sports guy, Sandmann. I guess we're all sports people now. Dan's the shoe guy. Jesse's the sports guy when he decides to show up.
I never truly laid claim to sports.
Yeah, I don't blame
so.
you. We all kind of can stumble through. I think Chris is the most well-versed in sports, but it was a shitty weekend all around. I think the only person that'd be happy if they were here would be Jesse, and there really wasn't much to brag about there, honestly. So
I wouldn't be bragging about that win.
yeah.
It was a 50-50 weekend for me. The Buckeyes crushed
Yeah.
Michigan State. So
Yeah.
Okay, that was an embarrassing game. All right, so let's run this down. The main three we talk about every week. We know Browns, Steelers, Cowboys. That's our three teams. Browns, not much to talk about. I mean, honestly, they barely beat Detroit. Look, as a Steelers fan, me and Dan don't have much room to talk. We fucking tied Detroit. You know, that should have been a walk-in, gimme game, even with Rudolph, no excuse. So there's no shit talking.
Yeah.
I'm not talking shit. I'm just being honest. The Browns barely beat them. And you weren't out. I mean, you had your main QB. This wasn't like when we had Rudolph. When we
They
were
had
playing.
their second string.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Tim Boyle. I have no fucking idea who that is.
I don't understand what the fuck happened with that game. It did not look good. And at this point, like, I mean, this was the first game since Baker's incarnation as this top echelon Browns quarterback. He had nothing to do with the press. That man walked off the field, didn't give
Didn't shake hands
didn't
anywhere.
do anything.
Got booed by the fans.
That's not like him. Is it he's feeling the pressure?
he misses
Is
OBJ.
You know, he misses OBJ. What do we, I mean, what's going on with him, man?
I think there's a lot that can be attributed to it. First of all, I feel like contract talks, since they're not resolved, that always weighs heavily on any year. That's
Absolutely.
why a lot of teams like to get it done early, like in the preseason. They go, let's get it signed now, then we have nothing to worry about. Then we can go full steam ahead for the rest of the year.
Well, he was
You know what it
fine.
means
He
for a
had a good year
player.
last year. So he definitely wanted to get that done then.
Yeah.
And then now that's the crazy thing about doing contract talks during the season, or you didn't do it when you were flying high.
Yeah.
Odds are you might not be carrying that torch as high.
Dan points out something that's a tradition in sports when it comes to signings and all that, and that it's that you always sign at your highest peak. Like you have to, because you could get injured tomorrow.
Yep.
And you're worth nothing. So I feel like that has something to do with it. Also, though, I feel like the psychological weight too, as far as like the season's not going the way any Browns fan thought it would. You know, we were talking about 11, 12 wins here and there in the preseason. And
Super Bowl.
They're going to be lucky if they
Super
get
Bowl team.
9 or 10. So, you know, I think that goes to it too. The injury is a big thing as well. Like no matter what he says, he's playing more hurt than anybody knows.
If you're Stefanski, why not sit him? You're going in against an 0-8 team with one tie. Why even play him?
You got one of the best backup quarterbacks in all of football.
Let the man rest. And you get the Ravens next week.
Yeah. You need him healthy as you can get him for actually the next 2 weeks is what I heard.
Yeah.
They're playing him back to back.
Yeah.
So
it's rough, man.
Yeah.
But he just didn't
Who
look
made that
great.
schedule. That's stupid.
It's weird. Yeah. And we've got Washington 2 out of 3 weeks later in the season. I don't understand
weird.
that.
But yeah, I think you made a lot of, I mean, I pressure the contract, like you both said. I mean, there's a lot going on. He just did not look great. This is a team you come out in and they should have shined. And they didn't do very good. So I mean,
it was in Cleveland too.
At Cleveland.
Yeah.
Ravens is going to be a tough game. They're still in fourth. You know, Jesse, I don't know where he gets his information from. He thought that the Steelers were in fourth in the AFC North, but
Your tie helps.
There's some
it is
weight
the
to that
Browns.
tie.
The tie does have some weight.
Yep.
Not really.
It
It's
does in
It's
that case,
stupid,
though.
But
Yeah.
in statistics, it
That's the difference.
yeah, sucks for him.
Yep.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
They had a rough game. To be expected. Come on. I mean, Chris had Chiefs going back to the Super Bowl this year.
Still
I mean,
do.
if you think, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you have them going to the Super Bowl, I mean, you kind of have to have the expectation any team that goes against them, there's a slim chance they're going to win. I mean, it sucks because it's your team,
Yep.
but
let me get it straight. I have no problem with the Cowboys losing.
Yeah.
Especially to the Chiefs. I have no
Yeah.
problem with it. It's the way they showed up.
Yeah.
9 points
Yeah.
against a bad defense.
Yeah.
I'm not telling any lies when I say Kansas City
No.
has an awful defense. Anybody would agree with that statement. 9 points, we're in a 3rd and 5 situation and we're throwing the ball to the line of scrimmage and not 5 yards out. It makes no sense. There were so many aggravating calls yesterday that I damn near threw my jersey across the room. Like, I took it off at 3rd quarter and I'd had enough by that point, because I'm like, look, anybody can score a touchdown on these bums. Like, we had 3 field goals the whole game. Dak Prescott had the worst game he's had probably since 2017.
He threw a couple interceptions, right?
2. Yeah. He threw, one was a big one too, because they ran it back for 35 yards, which put them in field goal range.
Yeah.
And that was ultimately the field goal that put it out of reach for us. So yeah, I feel like it just like the Denver game. It's one of those strange anomaly games where it's like it comes out of nowhere and it just happens. But the thing I can say about this game is at least it was in the noise of Arrowhead Stadium. We were away. Kansas City is one of the hardest places to win at. But the Denver, there's no excuse for that. I think that's the ugliest loss we've had in years.
The elevation.
Yeah. What it's in Dallas.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, there's there's
The
nothing you can say
elevation.
that justifies that for me.
Yeah. The Denver game.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Kansas City game, I'm like, I was saying going into it, I'm like, I'm really worried about this game.
Yeah.
Like, this team is getting hot at just the right moment, and they're going to keep winning and ride that momentum all the way to the playoffs. Now everybody in their division has fallen off. Oakland looks terrible. Denver looks terrible. So it's theirs for the taking. And in an AFC where it's completely wide open right now, the Chiefs don't look too bad.
No, they don't. I mean, I'm disappointed. I really didn't want nor think that they were going to go where they were. I mean, I still had my chips on the Bills.
Yeah.
But
awful.
What a story that is.
I know. But I mean, they looked like they were going to be great. They should have. They had the ability to be great. And they dropped the ball. So Cowboys rough week. You guys are still playing great. I mean, it's the Chiefs. Like you said, you can't be. They didn't play great. That's where it hurts. But also, it's the Chiefs. There wasn't a lot of expectation. Prescott didn't play great, though. I don't know what happened with him. I mean,
his play calling was awful. That was a bad game by Kellen Moore, who's usually one of the best coordinators in all of football. Here's the problem looking forward. Looking at the schedule ahead, toughest game we have is against Arizona. It's in the second to last week of the season.
Killing it. They're 9-2, right?
They're 8-2 or 9-2.
They're the best. They're the best in the league right now.
They took the top spot from the Packers again.
Yeah, they're 9-2. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So we've got them, but I feel like they're a beatable game. The problem is the rest of the season is these easy games that we should definitely win. But
like
that's
Detroit.
A lot of the thinking that you get in trouble with. Yeah. So my thing is, if all these ESPN analysts are calling Cowboys this contender and that they have the ability to go Super Bowl and all that, you have to win one of these Kansas City games once in a while.
Right.
You have to be, because that's the game where you go, they have beaten somebody valuable. Our biggest win is New England right now.
Yeah. Which, I mean, they're playing good.
Yeah. I mean,
England's not playing bad. You got Belichick, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I get your point, though. I mean, if you're going to go to the Super Bowl or if you want to contend, you have to be able to beat a Super Bowl team.
A Brady, a Rodgers, a Mahomes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the name of the game.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. We've got, Las Vegas on Thursday.
Which I think you take.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I certainly hope so. If I was a betting man, I would say, yeah, we win it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout, though.
They're not playing great. I still think they're recovered mentally from everything that's gone on. I think that's going to, sadly, a benefit to other teams against them.
Rugs, yeah.
This close on.
Yeah.
So I see you taking that. It might be close, but I foresee you guys win that one.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, one team you won't have to worry about in the Super Bowl is the Steelers.
And with that transition,
oh man, what a terribly called game.
So I only watched pieces of the fourth quarter because I was watching a pay-per-view at my friend's house. I caught the last 10 minutes of the game. And
that's the best. That was the best time to watch.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
except the last 2-3 minutes of the game.
They didn't look bad. It was just their defense kind of folded like a cheap suit.
Yeah, we were out a bunch of people. We had Fitzpatrick out.
Watt was out.
Watt's a huge loss.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick was out.
Huge
Hayden
loss.
was out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
yeah.
Millette is awful.
That's the core of your defense right there.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah, we were in rough shape defensive wise. Ben played great, I think, for the most part. Claypool played great. They had some really good connections.
The thing that bothered me was some of the play calling.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Your goal to go,
Yeah.
and you run 3 pass plays,
Yeah.
short pass plays, and that last one, Ben dumped it off right into the line. Like there was no chance to get into the end zone with some of the plays that he was throwing. But
I mean, to come back,
you've got a strong
you watch
Najee Harris
minutes
behind you.
Yeah.
With a Watt brother as a fullback clearing some space. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Hand it off. And I think I saw some of that frustration with Ben at one of those when it was they're either going to settle for a field goal or go for the touchdown. They went for the touchdown and they run a short pass play. Ben looks back at his line or the sideline, shrugging his shoulders like, what the hell play calls were those? Like, I'll run what you want me to run, but it was garbage play calling.
Yeah.
The defense just couldn't stop them.
I think overall we played well. We just fell apart. It's the same thing that happened with the Lions. We were playing fine. We should have had the game, and the second half we blew it. They were losing, and the second half we come back and fucking kill it. And
you were down 14, and then next thing I know, it's tied.
They were down in the fourth quarter, 17 points. They
scored 24 in fourth quarter.
They've never come back from a 240 games. They were 0-240, being down 17 points or more in the fourth quarter.
So here's what I ask you: do you attribute that loss then more to rough start or rough finish?
Rough finish.
Rough finish.
Really?
Absolutely rough finish.
Okay.
Because we did everything right at the end.
It was the last two drives.
The last two
drives.
Awful. I mean, the defense, a big part of it was the defensive people that we had out. I probably unrealistically put blame on Ben just because of his tenure and the caliber of quarterback he is. And in that last drive at the end where he had those 2 plays where he fucking got sacked twice in a row. Granted, you need time. Yeah. Throw that ball away, man.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
And you're a veteran. You know that.
That's what I'm saying. You are a big dude. You are a veteran quarterback. You don't know better than just to fucking get sacked twice back to back.
That's the line. He didn't have any time to react. Man, he was running.
Throw it away, man. You got to just be watching. I don't know. It sucked. We should have fucking won.
Yeah.
We should have won. We had the fucking blocked punt and then block field goal, interception, the fumble. Wow. I mean, we had a lot of opportunity to win that game.
And they capitalized on most of those.
They did.
The 2 drives, the last one, and then the go ahead drive.
Yeah.
Where there's 4 minutes left in the game, or it was less than 4.
Man.
Less than 4 minutes.
I told you.
They're in field goal range already. Pass play, pass play, pass play. They killed 0 clock.
Yeah.
Settled for the field goal. Left 3 minutes on the clock for the Chargers, for Herbert to do what he does.
That's why I don't get a field goal wins the game for you at that point. So run the ball down their throat.
Exactly.
Where you're at right now, you can kick the ball, win the game, waste those 2 minutes away.
Absolutely.
And then kick it with 3 seconds left.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
terrible play calling. And on Tomlin of all people, man, like, come on.
Yeah.
And then the defensive play was horrible. Herbert wasn't getting pressed much during the entire game.
So he's got
ran
time
100 yards.
He had so much time, and he had time to run.
What the fuck,
he had time
man?
to throw. There was so much space downfield that he could run for 18-yard gains.
You know who he kind of reminded me of was Baker.
Oh, really?
When Baker does those, like where he's just in there and he's like fucking and he runs and he just fucking runs for it and does his little slide thing.
Yeah.
So Herbert kept doing and wide fucking open.
And then that last drive where you take 2 sacks, losing 20 yards when you're trying to win the game.
Yep. It sucked. It's just 2 disappointing weeks. I mean, we were not that we were playing great, but I mean, we came off of 7-game winning streak with the tie, 7-game non-loss streak.
Yeah.
And fucking Detroit in this game is just, it's looking bad at this point. I mean, we're 5-4-1, 5-5.
And the rest of the season's not looking
tough games.
Easy.
Yeah, it's rough. It's not looking. I mean, I didn't have high expectations.
Yeah.
You know, like I've said, week after week, the only reason I had them winning 9 was solely based on Tomlin,
right?
Not having a losing his season, but they are looking awful at this point.
What are they at 5? They have 5 wins.
They're 5-4-1 or 5-5-1.
5-4-1.
But they got 5 wins right now.
5 wins. Yeah.
Okay, so I called 7.
Yeah. You called 7. Jesse called 6. I called 9.
Mhm.
I need 8.
I think I called 10. but-
Dan called 10.
So you've got to go what 3 and 6 down the stretch.
Yeah. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. It is what it is. I mean, we're not. Here's my thing. I just want to finish above the Browns. I just want to finish above the. If we'll just keep.
Well,
us,
I mean,
if
honestly,
the Browns are going to lose to the Ravens. The Browns are losing this week.
Yeah,
They are losing this week.
I wouldn't be shocked if they lost both of them. To be
So if
honest.
they lose this week and we lose, we're still in the same spot, 3rd and 4th. Or if
Mhm.
they lose and we win, that just pumps us even further ahead of them. I just want to stay above them. That's all I care about at this point.
so your expectation for the Steelers was a winning season.
That's
but
all. Yeah, I had them
not-
as a winning season.
no
'cause-
playoffs. Browns fans had the expectation
oh,
of Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
So
Much-
they're already
Yeah.
disappointed.
Yeah, they're not going to Super Bowl. They're not barely make the playoffs.
you'd
if
be
they do the
crazy. You'd be a
playoffs.
homer to say that at this point.
Yeah, Jesse, you say it.
You'd be crazy to
He's
say
going
that
to call
at
in
this
and
point.
say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think it's interesting because we could come down to the end of the season and you guys could appreciate that time more than you ever did in your lives.
Oh yeah, man.
Like,
Like the thing that saves us.
That could be the difference. in this
Absolutely.
season.
I still don't think a tie deserves to be in a professional.
I don't
sport.
either, but those are the rules.
I'll take it.
Well,
though.
I know.
It's a half game lead regardless.
I know.
I'll
Was it?
take it
I think it
all day.
was it Najee Harris is like, I didn't even know that we had ties in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to like the way they did it before though. It's stupid now.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. So yeah, shitty week for the NFL. We don't really talk NBA. I really don't watch much basketball
You mean boxing?
anymore. But yeah, I mean, for the sake of strictly just off a highlight from last night with King James, this dude in Isaiah from
Washington.
Detroit Pistons. Yeah. Did you guys see that? Did you watch any of the
Yeah, I
video
I
clips?
watched it this morning.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That man was on a mission to murder Braun, bro. He was
I-
tackling everyone.
He
They
was-
could not hold him back.
And what cracked me up is he was like calming down.
He was like,
just
oh,
to
it
get
was all-
that was
it was all
that's
a show.
freaking
It's all
that's a
for
high
show.
school fight.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Ah.
Bro, it was phenomenal. Only second time ever Braun's been ejected from a game.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Do you remember the first?
I'd have to look it up.
God, they've ejected their boy, huh?
Yeah, he's been ejected one other time. I think the play was kind of dirty.
Oh.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
their arms were kind of tangled up at the field goal line, and then he freaking just is like, get off me kind of thing.
Backhanded.
And it was aggressive.
Yeah.
It was aggressive at him.
Because he goes down with it. Like you don't make that when you're rebounding as somebody who
right.
used to play. I can
Right.
tell you this, like you're allowed to slap the hand down like
Yeah,
that.
he went.
But when you go down like that to the face,
Yeah.
that
It
is a
caught-
technical.
caught his eye
But it was
and
bad.
his lip was bleeding too. I think
Yeah.
he got his finger or something like caught it in.
He hit him hard.
Fingernail.
I mean, if you've watched his arm, he went rough. My thing is, okay, so that happened. Obviously, I get being upset. He didn't explode right away, though. Isaiah didn't explode. They were face to face. I want to know what was said because it wasn't until after they were talking a little bit that then Isaiah like escalated and it went crazy.
I was
I
watching
don't know if
it.
they were like, if LeBron said something to him, like, don't be a bitch. Or, I'm obviously speculating, but like, what set him off?
I was watching it this morning and like they had a different angle of it. It was just focused on those two.
Yeah.
And like LeBron's behind him, Washington's in front of him in the line. And they don't look like they even talk.
Mm-mm.
Like they're sitting there and it's almost like the body language did it because
Yeah.
LeBron kind of roughs him up once the ball's shot
Yeah.
and he's going to break him down. It almost looks like he maybe could have elbowed him in his arm or something like that.
Yeah.
And like after that, that's when you see the come around like this and comes right down on his face.
It
But
looked
did you
like-
see the altercation? So they're like in the middle of the court,
Yeah.
and everyone's around them. Isaiah wasn't trying to fight him right away.
Oh, you're saying then?
After the fact,
Yeah.
because they're like face to face, and the people are all around them, and Isaiah's not lunging yet.
Yeah.
They're like talking, and I'm wondering what, because then eventually
He got
goes after him.
so he got heated, but I don't think that a lot of it was directed at LeBron. I
Yeah.
think Westbrook got involved. He
Yeah,
was saying
yeah.
some things. He actually, like, if you see one of the clips, he like put his hands up like he was going to throw. So I think it was more. I
Shit's
think
funny,
he was
dude.
more heated towards other.
And then you get embarrassed.
Lakers
Everyone's
players.
watching. Everyone's on the fucking court.
And he's bleeding. Like he's like, I gotta
pouring
protect.
down.
Like I gotta protect my image. I gotta.
Yeah, be a tough guy.
And what I find
And
so
then he flew through the freaking
Dude, he went
tunnel.
wild.
So that's what I was gonna say. What I find interesting about it is they
wild.
get him back to the back, and you can see him as he's rounding the tunnel corner. He goes like he fucking just thought of an idea. He's gonna run all the way around to the other tunnel.
And people are chasing
And you
him.
see the referees, they run and tell the Lakers, like, look out, like he could come through that way that's by your tunnel there. And so all the Laker players just kind of standing up and just watching the whole time. I said it would have been great if like wrestling, like he jumped them from behind and just fucking like
coming out of
landed
the
on
chair,
all.
bro.
coming out of the stands.
It was funny to watch. I mean, it was humorous, like Dan said, like a high school. Like, I mean, he broke free 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
They calm him down. He's like, okay, I'm gonna walk away. And then, I mean, this dude was just laying people out.
Mhm.
If you don't watch the video, watch the fucking video because it was
Great.
funny, man. So Bron ejected. I mean, Isaiah is gonna get some fines, probably miss a game or something. I mean,
So they've already talked about that. The NBA is saying right now what it's looking like is LeBron is going to be 2 games and Isaiah is going to be 1 game.
yeah, okay.
So the question they've been debating on
Did
ESPN,
they call like LeBron as like a flagrant?
yes,
Flagrant
it was
two?
flagrant, and then they
Okay.
said ejection instantly. So the thing that they've been debating is whether or not, like, does Isaiah deserve more games than LeBron, or does LeBron, for being the aggressor, is he the one that deserves the most games?
I think at least equal because I mean, okay, LeBron's at fault, so yeah, eject him, absolutely, give him the 2 games. Isaiah had 3-4 opportunities in okay, maybe if he attacked once,
Isaiah
they
brought
pulled
up-
him down, walked him away, give him the 1 game, whatever. But the multiple times at that point, the continued delay of game,
and you could hurt people doing that. Like, you're
I
mowing
mean,
them down.
He's
and-
knocking people on the
And
ground. His players, refs. I mean,
yeah.
And that's a bad image for the
It
league.
looks
too.
bad.
Like,
Oh, well, especially after the malice at the Palace at that same arena 15, 16 years ago.
yeah.
with Ron Artest.
Yeah, it changed the game. Like, now they have all those rules, and that's why the game's a lot softer now in basketball.
So I
So-
say give him the same as Bron, if not anything else.
Yeah.
So-
I think it's an equal punishment.
2 games good for you guys then?
I'm okay with 2. My thing at this point is the
What's another
safety.
game?
I mean, that dude was heated to the point now. Like, if I'm Bron, I'm
The
not
next
on the
game?
same court with that dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel safe for myself after that.
They play one more time this year, too.
Yeah, like
in
I don't
LA.
think that they can play. I think one of them sits that
Mhm.
game. I don't think that they can be on the court together safely and it not turn into something.
That's why I almost wish you could, like, not necessarily the player can pick the game, but maybe like the GM can take the responsible role and say, like, where we're playing Detroit in May, like, we'll hold LeBron out on that. That'll be one of his 2-game suspensions.
Right.
And
That would make
we'll do the
sense.
other one the next game. or
Yeah,
something
you
like that.
just have them both suspended the game they play each other.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
would make fair because I mean, putting either of them in that position is going to be unsafe.
Yeah.
There's going to be an awkward tension. It's just opportunity for one of them to get hurt, whether it's by each other or because they're nervous and they fuck up, like it's just not a good place. Maybe they'll hash it out. Look, I know LeBron gets shit and he's a fucking fool. I don't see him intentionally trying to hurt someone. Maybe that's just my love for LeBron.
Mhm.
I think in the game, in the heat of the moment, but I think if given the opportunity, I think he would own up to it and apologize, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. So maybe they will hash it out before the next game. And, it is what it is.
Did
Shit
you-
happens.
Did you see Westbrook, though?
Dude, I was,
when-
I was cracking up.
He didn't
man.
want any of that.
I was fucking cracking up.
Well, he tried to be hard for a
He's like a
second.
little
Like, he
weasel,
stood
bro.
up and he was getting like in Isaiah's face. And he's like, all up in there and trying to bat him down and all that. And then he breaks the first guy. And you see Westbrook just kind of step
Westbrook
back.
is the guy that's like, hold me back when he's gonna
Yeah.
do something, but he's really like, hold me back and just make me look tough.
He's a barking
Because
chihuahua.
He was off to the side, like away from everyone, but trying to act tough.
Yeah.
And LeBron is just standing over
AD
there
was
like,
in the
what
middle of it.
Fuck, man. Like,
Mhm.
what am I supposed to do at this point?
AD was in the
AD,
middle.
yeah.
He was
I won't mess with that. That's a big dude, man.
A 6'10". Yeah.
Who wins a fight, Isaiah or Bron?
Bron's size is pretty intimidating, but I think Isaiah's
a big
crazy.
dude, too.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
both big
he's-
dudes.
He's
Yeah, I mean, Isaiah's
got some
crazy.
mass.
I think if LeBron gets one hit on you, though, man, it might
Yeah.
be a different story.
Yeah.
But I think once in that role, I can understand LeBron running from him because he's the aggressor. Like, so now revenge is coming toward you. Whenever you're the guy that's expecting revenge,
Yeah.
you should probably run.
Yeah.
Like, you should probably get out of the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think in that situation, probably Washington would have won. But like in
Yeah.
a normal fight where we're just doing it for the hell of it,
Yeah.
LeBron probably beat him.
Yeah, that's fair. I think if a one hit, Bron knocks him out, but in
Yeah.
like a scuffle,
Isaiah
and
might
heated
take
like
him.
that, I think Isaiah could have. I think if Isaiah got to him, he easily could have
He'd
really
wrestle him
hurt
down
man.
and ground and pound.
Yeah.
It would have been bad.
It reminds me of the old days of the NBA. Bill Laimbeer for Detroit used to like trip up Larry Bird all the time, and they actually got into a fist fight on the court. Nobody got suspended; they got fined. But that was the old days of the NBA, right there. And Lambeer's been blamed as the guy that ruined Larry Bird's career. Like after he threw him on the ground, it like broke a disc in his back or something, and he was never the same. His jumper was never the same after that.
Jeez. I'm wondering if he told him a your mama joke, and that's what set him off. Because someone on the Detroit Lions did that, and that's why they lost.
What?
Yeah. So apparently that penalty on the Lions at the end, like I can't remember the player's name. They got that penalty where they ended up losing. Browns ended up scoring. I don't know the full details, but I saw the headline. I just thought it was hilarious. But one of the defensive players from Detroit like said something about one of the other players' moms. I'm like, are you fucking like a kid, bro?
His own
And
teammate?
he admitted it and then like apologized or whatever. But he said something shitty about a Browns player's mom.
Oh, gotcha.
And he got like called on it for I don't know, like after the fact. But I was like, what the fuck, bro? You're a fucking clown.
That's when you get your neck broken right there.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. That's one thing you don't cross the line on.
Nope.
Your mama jokes.
Nope.
But so speaking of all the fighting and shit, Sean Porter. You guys follow Sean Porter at all? Stowe High School.
Stowe, yeah, Stowe boy.
He held the belt for a little while. He lost his fight Saturday and ended up retiring afterwards.
I knew he lost. I had no idea he retired.
So apparently, and I don't know. You never know the truth behind it, or not the truth, but if he really felt this way, if it would have been different if he won. He said he was retiring regardless.
Oh, okay.
He came out and said that he had plans to retire Saturday, win or lose. He had planned on retiring back in 2019 when he had lost the belt, but continued just to, further his career. But yeah, I mean, I like the guy. I thought he had a little bit of growth as a boxer. Like he wasn't top echelon or anything. He was a good dude. He was fun to watch. It's cool that he was from the area. I was bummed to see him lose. Like you always hope for like your local people to go out and like do good. And I mean, he's on a big stage, man. Like boxing's not the sport it used to be.
No,
but I
it's
mean,
gaining.
I think
it's gaining a little bit
because of the calls.
It's definitely gaining more, but it's more of a freak show attraction now, as you said. Like to me, I'm like the days of classic boxing are almost over because the UFC and MMA as a whole is just so big.
I wonder if he gets called into
a little bit. Get the talks back. I think MMA's brought it back a little bit.
It just can't be as extreme as MMA. It never will be.
So it never will be. I don't think it'll get to the level that it was in the Tyson days,
the heydays, man.
Holyfield and De La Hoya's, and I don't think it'll get to that.
Larry Holmes,
but I think it's gaining a little bit of ground.
Yeah,
I didn't see much detail in the article as far as what he plans to do next, but I'm curious if he does something like that, like if he gets called to like a Logan Paul type exhibition fight,
probably
go and does some like wrestling, like shows up as a wrestling guest or something, like he's only 34. The dude's young. He's got a lot of career left one way or as an entertainer or whatever he wants to do. I don't really know at this point what his plans are.
Even if he does go into the Logan Paul and anything like that, he's probably not going to win.
Yeah.
Money talks. I mean, that's,
do the money, man. He can be like
nobody's gonna win against the Pauls.
Well, you gotta think
because of money.
Yeah.
Paul's Cleveland based, Porter's Stowe. You got the Miz, Mike the Miz from the wrestling. He's from Ohio.
Dolph Ziggler's from here also.
Yeah, I mean, he could get into some kind of entertainment type thing doing. Dan jokingly said MMA. I don't think he's cut out for that. He seems like a tough dude, but I don't see him doing MMA.
At his age, he's like 34, as you said, it's young, but by MMA standards, he's an old man.
Yeah. I mean, even just watching him fight.
Yeah.
This dude's not MMA.
Bare knuckle.
Yeah. You can go join my girl Paige doing bare knuckle.
She does bare knuckle?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Sort of.
You didn't know that?
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of knuckle you're
Camel knuckle.
No, she does bare knuckle, bro. I watched one of her fights not long ago. That chick is bad.
Yeah, I used to like her as an MMA fighter.
Yeah, she's bad. I'm like, you get in your ass. Like, I mean, those chicks are hardcore, man. I'm just like blood.
Yeah, that's love of the sport right there.
Wild, bro. She's wild. But yeah, Porter retired. I mean, sad to see. Again, I'm curious to see where he goes. What he does next as far as, I mean, at 34, you retire. I mean, do you coach? Do you be a trainer?
Be an analyst. He's charismatic.
Yeah, I could see that. He does have a pretty like upbeat personality and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe he does that. Last thing I got, this came across my TikTok or Instagram feed today. Did you guys know that Shaq was a professional DJ?
I knew he was a sheriff.
No, like
And a rapper.
yeah, he's
got a music
What a
background.
horrible
He's
album.
DJ Diesel, and the dude's was on like EDM, like a tour, like with EDM. He's got like a 30-something tour, like as a DJ.
Really?
I pulled him up. It's pretty legit. It's so weird. You should imagine seeing Shaq on stage.
No.
Yeah.
Big ass fucking dude up there,
7'2".
fucking mixing on the turntables and shit. He gets wild, bro. It was actually
Those
pretty cool.
vinyls
To
are
see.
looking like CDs. Like,
like little fucking finger disc jockey.
Is it a
man.
cookie or is it a record?
But yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I knew he does like the car commercials. He does sports analytics.
He does a lot.
And I had no idea this dude was doing fucking DJ touring.
I love his Inside the NBA. I watch it all the time with Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith.
Those guys going at each other.
I won't watch any other analyst show. That's the one I always watch though.
Yeah.
And I'll always catch it like the next day because it's on like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning when I'm sleeping already. But
DJ D's.
I always catch it the next day, and they're Charles and Shaq are always fighting. They're always fighting.
I love it. I
Oh
love their
my
little
God.
I love that
romance
spat
quarrel that
battle.
they have. I want to see them fucking fight.
Well, they did, and they fought when Barkley was he was in Houston and Shaq was in LA, and they went down.
Yeah.
Barkley's on top of him and he's pounding him, and they debate about that all the time. Like Kenny Smith goes, "Well, I think Shaq put you there on top of you," and Barkley goes, "Yeah, but isn't the guy who's hitting wins the fight?"
I want to see them. I want Logan Paul to set up a Shaq versus Barkley.
Shaq
fight.
and Barkley,
Bro, I feel like
Shit.
Shaq would lay
Dude, that would
him
be a
out.
comedy festival.
Now it would like if you got that 20 years ago, you'd be a good fight.
Dude, now it would be fantastic. I'll watch that shit.
And they're cracking jokes left and right at each other.
Oh my god, that'd be fun.
Your swing's like a golf swing,
Right.
Charles. Speaking of golf, real quick.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Tiger
retire.
No, he was back on the driving range in
Oh.
some balls.
I heard last I heard
Oh.
about him is he was saying that if he couldn't play, he was like if he couldn't play good anymore, he was
He posted
really gonna retire
posted
because of the
video.
accident.
Yeah, since the accident.
Mm.
since his fucking over speeding, probably DUI, off the
Hey.
rails.
Hey.
And they won't release the stuff. It seems shady to me.
Yeah.
It does seem a little skeptical.
It's you don't know until you got the facts.
No, they won't give the facts. That's what makes it seem shady.
Yeah.
He'll come back. I mean, this is
He'll
it's
be
a story
back.
that writes
And
itself.
Someone
Of course,
must have been chasing him down the street with a baseball
Dude,
bat
that guy,
again.
wow.
it was that
could've
that
been.
woman. Who was that? What was her name?
I can't remember. It was his ex-wife or
The porn
girlfriend or
star.
something, right? Yeah. I like Tiger, but that's cool. You gonna
Yeah,
get back out there and
he's
get
back
another
out
green
there.
jacket?
Yep. Hopefully.
Fuck him. I'm a Rory McIlroy fan.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you.
Okay then.
Did you see him blow up?
No.
He shot an over par round and he lost.
Oh,
it.
his best days are behind him.
He lost it. It was bad.
Oh man.
He might win like one more.
But Tiger definitely him getting back on the driving range after that. I'm excited to see him come. But I watched golf to watch him play.
I mean, the sport's bigger when when he's doing well.
Yeah.
You know,
And when he came back and won the Masters after his time off, man, that was like
huge.
big rush for me.
Cool. That's all for sports.
Yep.
We're gonna do a Hollywood.
We're drifting to
Yeah, we're
Hollywood.
Yeah. You said you were going second.
Yep.
Second.
I like to be sloppy.
Sloppy C's. I got a clip I want to play for Hollywood.
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm! Wait. Everybody calm down.
So I got a little transition piece for us, Chris.
Okay.
This will help you talk about. Oh, you don't have it on here.
I don't.
You don't have King's Landing on here, or whatever Will Smith's movie.
King's Landing.
What's it
Wow.
called?
King Richard.
King Richard.
Jeez.
I thought you were going to talk about it, and I had a clip I wanted to play. So we're talking about Will Smith and his illustrious career. What do you have, like 87 films or something?
76.
So I saw this. I don't remember this. You guys have to tell me if you remember this. This clip of Will Smith rapping, and it's fantastic. It's more recent, like he's older.
Mm-hmm.
So you knew he was a rapper, right? Like,
I knew that.
he
But I don't
does
remember.
music
I don't remember
too.
seeing this go around anywhere, and I was really
switch.
impressed with his little rap, and I want to play it for y'all out there that might be Will Smith fans, and I want to read his book.
You're gonna read the book on air?
Yeah.
20 years of swag, y'all just witness. Let me remind everybody who Will Smith is. Rappers make it rain. Let their money hit you if I throw my money up. Shit, I'll probably kill a stripper. The illest, realest, big Willis. Down with the man in charge with Uncle Phyllis. Everybody wanna do Will Smith numbers. I don't know if your life got that many summers. I got inspired.
That's a good
quickly,
drop.
I unretired. The Fresh Prince just rewired and slightly to modern fire. But still, people dancing and shaking and moving and wailing and feel like I'm an alien. Really, kind of an island. I might fly to China.
Good beat.
Pictures in my crib with me, my mom, and Obama. Murder all over the globe. Guilty, Your Honor. I'ma become a Mormon. Marry and Hallie, Rihanna. I'm an anomaly. Do drama or comedy. I could play Muhammad Ali over a white lady. Probably still. 20 years of swag, y'all just witness. Stop the divorce rumors and mind your damn business. Rebirth for the click track. Ridiculous. What I charge for a feature? Man, that's expensive. Cause y'all be doing features. I be doing features. So many tickets to theater need bleachers. More information from me than from most teachers. More inspiration from me than from most preachers. But wait, truly. Just for the record, directors make movies. I make directors. Y'all's dinner table, what y'all learn today. My dinner table, what y'all earn today. To real life incredibles. Last name Smith. Jaden, Willow Trace.
I thought that was dope.
That was very exceptional lyric play for him. Like, because he's an okay rapper. He wasn't great. He was a better movie star than anything, but like his word flow on that was like really well.
I watched that and I was really impressed.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, see you again.
20 years and
dude,
a minute.
Killing it.
He had an edge to him on that he didn't have in his career.
He's got, I think it's with everything that's just gone on over the last couple years in his just personal life and everything.
Yeah.
He's just, I don't know, badass Will, man. I saw that though and I was like, okay, Will
Smith don't got a cuss in his raps to sell records.
That's
what
right.
I do. So fuck him.
And fuck you too. What's going on in the wide world of Hollywood Report, sir?
Let's get into
Where
the
we
world
start
of
now?
litigation,
Oh,
as we always do at this time. So what do you guys know about Moviepass?
I know that you said it sucks.
Mhm.
It used to be cool and it sucks. That's
Okay.
about it. Dan?
I have the app on my phone, but
Really?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Moviepass?
Yeah, maybe not.
He's a liar.
Okay.
He's over there Pokemon like
Entertainment.
Jesse.
Let me summarize what Moviepass
Yeah, I
is.
It's the M.
Get the fuck out of here. Why do you have Moviepass on your phone?
I don't know.
He thought it was something else.
It's no longer available in the App Store, so I
Yeah.
gotta delete it.
No shit.
Fill us in, Christopher.
So let me summarize what Moviepass is
That's
real
why my
quick.
phone's not working.
Moviepass came out in 2017 and it was a movie subscription model. Basically everything you see today with like Regal's movie subscription plan, Cinemark has one, AMC has one. It all started with Moviepass. Moviepass was the OG when it came to that concept. And with it, you could see one movie a day was the rule. And it went through a long ordeal as far as you had to log into the app. Sometimes you would actually have to call them to confirm that you were punched in with it. And it was 50-50 if you could get a hold of the operator or, you know, if you could actually get into the movie itself. A lot of the times people got screwed by this company, and they were actually kind of known for that in the tabloids. They received a lot of negative light over ripping off a lot of people.
Yeah.
And their model went through 2 rebirths after their initial model started. You know, they made it cheaper in one instance. I think it went from $15 to $10 a month. You know, and then they made it to where the app, you could fully log in with the app. Like you didn't have to require the operator anymore because, you know, the whole customer service was a lot of the problem with their business model.
Yeah.
So basically we cut forward a little bit, 2 years to be exact. Moviepass goes under. You know, they fail. I think a lot of people saw that coming just because their model, they weren't
Whole
able to
concept,
attain
man.
money. Yeah, it was a big red flag as far as finances go. And it's the same thing that people say about Regal these days. The only problem with Regal though is that they own their theaters. That's the difference. So they're not losing money. They're not burning it away as fast as Moviepass was. Moviepass was not only burning money within themselves, they were pissing a lot of people off in Hollywood. So I feel like the deck was already kind of stacked against them.
Yeah.
So they claimed for bankruptcy. Stacy Spikes, who is the CEO of Moviepass, claimed bankruptcy over their model, and they shut down in 2019. And basically that was probably going to be it. You know, people were always joking about, man, this thing begs to be a movie someday in Hollywood. Like, you know, somebody could play Stacy Spikes. He's this fucking just piece of shit guy who ripped a lot of people off for a lot of money. And now, according to the Business Inquirer, Stacy Spikes has filed for the trademark of Moviepass yet again, and he has been quoted in the tabloids as saying that he will bring it back in 2022. Guys, at this point, even for an idiot like me, what is the chance that anyone would take a chance on some like Moviepass?
I'll download the app again.
Maybe it'll work in a couple of months.
I was gonna say, it's been 2 years since I upgraded. Actually, 3 years since I've upgraded my phone. So, makes sense that it was still on there.
I don't know how you financially have. I don't know how the concept financially works. So, okay, you pay. Let's say it's $15 a month for Moviepass, and you can see a movie a day. Even if they say a movie a week, what kind of deal are they getting from those theaters to cover the cost of it?
Right.
Sure, they're banking on someone's going to sign up for it and only see one movie a month.
Yeah,
they're going to make their $15 and break even or whatever it might be. But if you can see, say it's 4 movies a month, okay, so that's $45 for give or take. You know, if you were to pay for the ticket at the theater, where are they recouping those funds? It's like you said, it's not the theater giving away their own tickets. This guy don't own the theater, so this is at any theater. You can use it at any theater when it was Moviepass.
Yes. I remember there was a list of theaters. Some were left out. Obviously, like if you're here in Akron, like the Nightlight wouldn't be a part of it.
Right. Your AMC, Regal,
your chains,
your Cinemark,
your chains would be a part of it.
I guess I just don't understand how it works. I don't know where he's make the money.
And now he's got that competition of those theaters having their own.
And you brought up a great point there, because to me, I feel like this is wrong timing. Like, if Moviepass is going to succeed, it should have succeeded 4 years ago when it was created.
Do we know the details of it?
I was going to say there might be a nuance to it that is brand new.
What I'm wondering is he launching Moviepass, and Moviepass is going to be a streaming service, and it's going to be new movies streamed or something, and he gets it for $15 a month or something like that, and it's not actually going to the theater.
It's possible
that I could see working.
Not a lot has been revealed about this. He just said he wants to bring it back as a subscription service. That's all he said so far. So to me, I don't know. To me, I'm a Regal boy, so I will stick with them. I feel like their plan is perfect for someone like me. So I need something great to even think about wanting to leave that and go over to Moviepass and
you can see it unlimited with Regal.
Yeah, I can go to. So I mean, technically, we'll say every movie's 2 hours. I can go to 12 movies a day.
How much is it a month?
15 for me, but it's 18 in like New York and LA.
Even if it's $20.
Yeah.
Man, that's insane. It's 2 movies.
I'm gonna
and you're
pay
paid for it.
that for one ticket.
Say 2 movies and you're covered.
Right, and I see that in 2 days.
That's wild.
So, but yeah, so to me, I just don't know. I guess the question I want to ask you guys is: you're Stacy Spikes, and you're bringing this back. What would you propose that would say it's the same model? It's a movie subscription service where you go to the theater to see free movies. What would you prescribe this deal that would even make people want to think about leaving AMC or Regal? I'm not going to say Cinemark because their deal sucks.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything that he can do. And at this point, he's fighting an uphill battle
with your name already in the
mud. Your name's already tarnished. You already filed bankruptcy. You were already a failure. And to Dan's point, now you're coming back when theaters have rolled out their own individualized version.
Great point.
What's your competition? Yep. I think the guy's just fucking nuts.
Yep.
He's banking on something. There's something going on here that's going to
something else.
Yeah, there's something going on that's going to come out. He's re-releasing Moviepass, and it's going to be something fucking totally different. It's going to be like Moviepass for OnlyFans or something like that. I don't know. It's not going to work in the Regal Cinemark, the same AMC capacity format that they have. It's just not. Yeah. You're a third party. You're not going to pay for it that way. The only thing that he'll have to his advantage is having one subscription that you could use at all 3 theaters rather than having to pay for AMC Moviepass and Cinemark Moviepass and Regal.
Yeah.
If he somehow comes out with some fantastic deal where now for $20 a month, you can see a movie every day at all 3 theaters. Okay. But again, he's got to be banking on maybe the theaters trying to get more people through those doors.
Yeah.
And he's cutting some kind of deal with them.
I mean, to me, I think it almost has to be another deal, kind of like what you said. Like it's almost like instead of seeing like movies that are fresh in the theaters right now, like we'll give you movies for free, like on a streaming service that you can watch on your television, like maybe 5 weeks after they hit theaters or something.
Right.
$15 a month. I think that would have a chance to succeed.
Yeah.
Because people will wait 5 weeks. They're not as hardcore as,
Right.
as we are when it comes to movies and seeing them.
Right. Yeah. You get the theater movies, 2 months after,
right?
Rather than the HBOs where it's direct at the same time.
Yeah.
You're
People
gonna get
are
the
paying-
new movies.
People are paying $20 for Black Widow on Disney Plus to get that premium. So maybe he's gonna tie something in with that. I don't know.
I'm curious to see what he rolls out. If he look, we all know, and he has to know, if he comes back with the same model, he's gonna fail again. He already failed once.
Yeah.
And nothing has changed. It's gonna make it more worthwhile. Yeah. So hopefully he comes back with a good business model. I'll be curious to see who his investors are, who's backing him, because again,
he ripped a lot of people off.
You
too.
fucked yourself before. So who's financing this time around?
I'm gonna say something real quick. Speaking of ripping, I keep adjusting in this chair, and because of the leather, it sounds like I'm ripping ass. So if there's any sounds that come across the mic that sounds like a fart, it's not a fart. I'm just adjusting.
Me and Chris in our noses will attest to the fact that he's a liar.
He's a fucking liar.
And he's been ripping ass, and he lies just as much as this Moviepass guy.
Your regular Stacy Spikes. Transitioning over to the world of music, I wanted to talk about this last week and take 5 personal minutes of myself to say Taylor Swift fans are crazy. Okay, I don't care who I alienate with that statement. Y'all are the craziest bunch of shitheads that I know.
They're Swift heads.
Yeah, Swift heads, shitheads. So basically, I watched SNL 2 weeks ago, and Taylor Swift was the musical guest on there. Jonathan Majors was the host. Solid episode. Taylor Swift performed All Too Well, which is a song that's been rumored to be about Jake Gyllenhaal, the celebrity actor who she dated for on and off for 3.5 years. So in the song, she kind of reveals that Jake Gyllenhaal didn't support her, and that, he had basically, he was very unloving and uncaring in that. So now, because of that, her fans are lashing out at her. And she has made it a point in that same song to say that, the age difference, I was a young girl and all that. She was 20 years old when they dated. He was 28. So now her fans are lashing back because, anytime you get a celebrity news story, they've, 1, got to support the celebrity they love, obviously, and 2, they don't read every fucking detail that goes with it.
Yeah.
So you have deals like this where Jake Gyllenhaal is trying to, they're trying to cancel him right now.
Good luck.
Yeah. So he's 28 and Taylor Swift was 20 when this happened. So you alleging the whole underage thing, it's not going to hold up in any court or anywhere in this world. It's totally, if Taylor Swift was like 16, I could see you'd have a case totally, but it's totally legal, and breakups happen all the time. Get the fuck over it.
That's what she makes her career off of, though.
I'm so tired of it.
I comment about Adele and her, and Adele's the better version of her just because
she's got better music.
Well, she does, but it's just they both write these sappy relationship, love song, life experience music. That's what they build their success off because people can relate to it.
Right.
I look, I'm a fan of Taylor Swift as far as her music goes. I don't follow her on a close personal level. She's attractive.
Music,
I think she looks good. And I enjoy her music, but I didn't know about this crazy story until we talked about it like a week or so ago.
Yeah.
You ain't canceling Gyllenhaal. One, let's be serious.
It's not just him either. Aren't they going after
John Mayer too?
Yeah.
You ain't canceling Mayer.
There's more I'm going to go on that. Do you have a statement on this? Like, as far as Jake Gyllenhaal goes, like
he's too dreamy to get canceled.
I agree.
Well, I don't think they got a leg to stand on.
It's a sexy man right there.
Yeah, he's a good looking dude. He ain't getting canceled. Let's get out. Give me a break.
Taylor fans are crazy.
They're fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So she's still hot.
Crazy. She's cute too.
She's never done it for me.
No.
I think she has nice legs, but like she's never really done it for me. Like she's not one that I go, man.
We know who does it for you
because you have eyes for one person only.
No, that's not true.
That's fine.
I sent you a picture of Florence Pugh.
Oh my god, you did. That was a fucking terrible thing too. God dang, bro.
But Dan brought up a great point. So this is also pertaining to John Mayer, the folk singer. And the thing with John Mayer is, I don't know if you guys read or not. So one of Taylor Swift's fans messaged John Mayer on Instagram thinking, oh, to hell with it. He's never going to read it. It's an Instagram. I mean, how often do celebrities really check their Instagrams? So one of her fans wrote him and said, I hope you die and blah, blah, blah. All this hate and vitriol shit.
Fuck,
and he wrote the fan back and said like,
excuse me,
Sorry you feel that
who
way.
is this? Yeah, he was basically really cool about it. He's like, I'm sorry, I think you have the wrong guy or something like that.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh my God, I never thought, I would get a reply to anything like this. I'm like, good, fucking serves you right.
Where do you get off that you like? I mean, what do you even get out of that?
Like,
what do you even get out of that? You think you're gonna write a message to somebody that's never ever gonna see it?
I've done it.
What does it get? What do you? Well, you're probably like, if for the hey Haley, for
Not
any
her.
reason you've ever seen this,
Not her.
please give me a call.
I tried to get Miles Garrett on our show.
I wrote letters to Mariah Carey.
but-
I don't know if they got delivered, but
I did that too. I used to mail Shaq, Oksana Bayul.
Oksana Bayul.
I used to love Oksana Bayul.
Oh
man.
my God.
I'm surprised you know who I'm talking
but they were
about.
nice letters. They
No,
weren't
but
these,
here's-
go kill yourself. I hope you die.
That's the thing. You wrote Miles hoping he would see it.
Yeah.
This person wrote it knowing this guy would never see it or thinking he would never see it, telling him that. What were you getting out of that?
But see, that's the problem with social
Fucking
media
weirdo, man.
is the fact that these people feel that they have the power. Like
Entitled.
like I can
Entitled
do
is the
this. and,
perfect word.
if they react to it, then I'll become famous
I can't
because
believe
I
he
was a
saw
reaction.
it.
But if not, oh well. But don't send that shit
That's fucked up.
to begin with.
I almost want to write John Mayer and be like, dude, her fans are fucking nuts.
Yeah. Come on our show. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, like you have a chair over here, buddy. Come on over.
Do Jake instead.
Yeah,
I like Jake better than
Oh,
John.
I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He's
Dude,
one of my favorite
we can come
actors.
talk about
John could
911.
play a song for us though. You know?
Jake can play us a song too.
But
I'd rather Momoa. Can we get Momoa on? Is he being attacked by anybody? Can we get him on the show
as
somehow?
far as I know, no.
No one's gonna.
Oh, he'd
attack
beat their
him.
ass.
There's got to be someone out
He's
there.
a big soft.
He's got the ocean behind him.
That's true. He can speak to the Dolphins.
I'd love to have him as a special guest.
My word of advice is just Taylor Swift fans,
You're nuts.
let the music be the music and just
Right.
leave it alone.
Yeah.
Okay. Like let adults be adults and let that be.
Right.
It's not your concern.
If that music makes you feel that way, then maybe you got to rethink your life.
But I guess do you put it
Right.
on? I agree to the extent that they're fucking stupid and they're over the top. But
easily
do
influenced.
But do you put the blame on them or do you put the blame on her for putting
No.
it out there?
No.
Because if it was an artist that you truly loved and supported, and something came out and you thought that they were, I mean, would you take their stance?
I'm gonna make a believer out of you. Here's why I think it's 50-50. So why I think it's Taylor Swift's fault. These songs that are being re-released right now, that song I just said, All I Had or whatever, like
Taylor's version.
These are songs that were released about 9 years ago. She's re-releasing them now because they're like studio
She's
masters.
doing well. So the whole thing is they're all being re-released, and if you see, they'll all say the name and they say Taylor's version.
Yeah.
She got the rights to all of her music. So she's re-releasing them and she's asking all of her fans to make sure when they listen or download, they do the Taylor version. And it's going to her because she had some kind of fallout where the person that had the rights was like trying to screw her out of her finances.
Yeah.
So she just re-released all of the songs herself now. And now she owns the masters, basically. These are her masters.
Okay.
So that's why she's re-releasing them. Not to be like vindictive. It's just she re-released her entire catalog remastered under her own company.
But now you have this song that was 9 years ago with this relationship in the past,
Yeah.
and now it's being heard by fresh ears.
Yeah.
By these immature teenage girls mostly who never heard this song in the first place to begin with.
Right.
And it's being, like she performed it on Saturday Night Live, which is a big audience, in front of like all her fans will tune in to watch. And it just, to me, it's more of Taylor playing the victim. Like you could easily, she's
what her
made
music
songs
is.
about other things than breakups.
Right.
I know that's the general consensus is she just makes breakup songs. She's made other songs about other things before.
Yeah.
And she's done some good songs. Like to me, Innocent, which is a B-side on one of her early albums, is her best song by far. But like, to me, like, it's just dredging up old things that have no fucking merit whatsoever in 2021.
She's capturing that audience that will believe it, that will feel it, that will buy it.
But that makes you just as guilty though, because
that's what I'm saying.
they're easily influenced. So you can play the victim card,
That's
and you
gonna
can,
make her money though.
Yeah.
So you can't blame her for wanting that dollar bill.
that's 50-50, man. Those fans are stupid,
not a
and
believer.
she's manipulative. Ugh.
Dan said I'm
Come manipulate
Dan's
me.
not a believer. He's a believer.
What do you guys find so attractive about her?
Oh, dude,
Taylor-
did you
oh,
watch
she's
her in
sexy,
the
man.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I did, and we're going to talk about it here in
I
a second.
know.
She did the Carole King song. It's not even her fucking song.
It's not, but she did a great job, and she looked damn good doing it.
She did a good performance. I'll say that.
It was great.
I just don't find her hot.
I do.
I don't She's not.
Dude, those
she's
eyes,
not a
that blonde
Margot
hair,
Robbie.
that-
Or I'm not like.
She is not Margot.
I'm saying she's
No,
not a
she's
Margot. She's
not.
not
Not
like
even
we're all
close.
like,
Taylor Swift.
oh my God, she's fucking insane. But I find her attractive. I think she's an attractive woman.
Mhm.
I'm not like.
She's tall. I didn't realize how tall
She's
she
tall.
was.
That's why I said she's got nice legs. Like,
She's tall, yeah.
I don't know. I think she's
Jesus,
cute.
Dan. Dan's turned into a pervert before our eyes.
No, I'm not. Good one.
So actually, Dan brought it up. So let's talk about it. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was recorded on Halloween Eve, October 30th, but it was finally played and presented for the HBO audience this past Saturday. Inductees, as we've talked about on the show, feature the Foo Fighters, Jay-Z,
Taylor Swift.
LL Cool J, the Go-Go's, not Taylor Swift,
No.
Carole King.
Did you say Tina Turner? Foo Fighters?
Tina Turner, yeah. I did say Foo
TT?
Fighters. So I got a chance to check it out. Dan watched it.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Ryan?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
So
Sorry,
you
I
and me.
dropped the ball.
All right.
No, it's cool. So basically, I watched it, and I this to me is more important than the Grammys every year. I always love the Rock Hall induction. I'm always kind of a Hall of Fame nut as it is when it comes to wrestling. The Hall of Fame night is my favorite night of the entire year, more than any pay-per-view. So to me, it's kind of cool to see those artists that I grew up enjoying. Like I was a big Foo Fighters fan, big LL Cool J fan, loved Jay-Z. So it's cool to see some of these artists back again. Dan, what was your opinion of the show as a whole?
So one thing that I've never really gotten into the Rock Hall inductions
Okay.
until I watched this episode of on.
So this one did it for
So
you.
this one did it. Like, yeah, like I was hooked to it. I watched like the first hour, then we had to run an errand. As soon as I was done running the errands, I came back, I turned it on, and I watched the
3
last-
hours and 16 minutes.
Yeah, I watched the next 2 hours. I watched the whole entire thing, and I think that lends to being filmed at being done at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse versus you're able to get a little more intimate, like a concert and an award ceremony versus at the Rock Hall where you're very limited on the space and the interaction.
It's
and
changed
involvement.
tremendously, even
So-
on the production value. It's changed tremendously.
So I was impressed. I was impressed with the performances, the surprise performances,
Mhm.
the recognition throughout the night was amazing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed. I'd watch it again. Like I liked it that much.
What was your favorite moment
it
besides
was
Taylor Swift's legs?
So probably the LL Cool J performance.
Yes.
That was like the
Yes.
performance of the night with you had Eminem come out and start spitting some rhyme with LL Cool J.
That's
and
badass.
J-Lo comes strolling out.
All I
and
had.
oh my, that was awesome. I had the chills watching that entire
And I love that song
performance. Jay-Z, like Chappelle's.
too. And I was going to talk about that too. Yep.
I loved Chappelle's initial because of the heat that he's been facing.
Yeah.
Um,
So to elaborate on what Dan said, Chappelle inducted Jay-Z into the Hall of Fame. So basically when you have an inductor, it's their job to kind of run down your career and kind of say review everything and why they're so influential. Like Drew Barrymore did it for the Go-Go's.
yeah,
which
I
was
think she
interesting.
did. I think she stole the show, honestly,
she
with
was
her
crazy.
excitement for the Go-Go's.
She was a little kid, man. Yeah, I'd have to say some of my favorite moments to correspond with yours. Like I love the LL Cool J performance. That was a great pick. The Jay-Z video package I thought was brilliant. So they've got it online. You can see it on YouTube right now. All celebrities like Beyonce, Kevin Hart, LeBron is on there. They've got all these celebrities talking about Jay-Z and rapping his best lyrics. And it's kind of cool because
David Letterman
is on there, dude. And he looks like a mountain man now. That guy's crazy. So they've got all these celebrities rapping some of his best lines. And what's funny is they're taken from individual songs, but yet they're I'm not even going to attempt to say that word, recompartmentalized into one song to make it feel like one corresponding song. So like they're rhyming with one another, one after another, and it feels like a new, fresh song.
And it's all Jay-Z's experiences.
Yeah.
And that's what Chappelle made clear in his introduction.
Yeah.
Was how, sorry, everybody, Jay-Z belongs to us, the rap community, the Black community. He's done so much for
Marcy Projects.
Starting in the growing up in the Marcy Projects, dealing drugs, crack. I mean, doing the worst and realizing that I'm more sophisticated. Like I can do more. I can change more. I can influence more, and carrying that torch for the African American community
Mhm.
has been amazing, and Jay-Z has done an amazing job doing it. And everybody respects that.
He really came across as fearless to me, because like they talk about the Def Jam trice, you know, everything that he had with Def Jam, the big falling out and all that, and how once that happened, he went and started his own own label.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, he doesn't worry about, you know, losing fans or possibilities or opportunities and all that. Instead, it's okay, I'll make my own model and I'll say fuck you just because of it.
We know the music is right. It's what we want to do. It's what we want to perceive. It's what we want to show the world.
Yeah.
Hip hop is around. If you don't want us, I'll do what I got to do to make sure everybody hears us, and you're not going to like it.
Yeah. And Def Jam was never the same because of it. So you know, you had that. To me, I also enjoyed, you know, obviously the Foo Fighters. As I said, they were big for me too. I felt their performance was solid. It paled to LL Cool J's. I think LL was the best of the night. But I loved their speech, and they were inducted by Paul McCartney. It was kind of cool to see him come out there, you know, from the Beatles, obviously. And he made some interesting comparisons that I hadn't really thought about until now. And I know Dave Grohl's biography from his start in Warren. He was born in Warren, Ohio. A lot of people don't know about that. Go check out Dave Grohl Alley if you've never been down there. It's really cool art piece. Yeah, it's very cool. But yeah, Paul McCartney made some comparisons from his time with the Beatles versus Dave's time with Nirvana.
How they're breaking up.
They're breaking up, the tragedy of their front man, and basically what it led them to do afterwards, and kind of the alienated reaction they got afterwards, because Paul McCartney wasn't kind of favored right away with Wings. It was that, man, I want to hear more Beatles.
Right.
And, you know, the same with Dave. It was, what are you doing this when Nirvana is the greatest thing going?
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see them like that parallel, and they've developed into being like basically best friends over the last 20 years. So and then they ended up performing, you know, a Beatles track, or actually a Paul McCartney track with the Foo Fighters, and then Foo Fighters did a medley of like Everlong, Best of You, and My Hero. Yeah, you're right. Those three songs. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid night. Nothing really of controversy. I think the closest we got with that was maybe Chappelle's speech, where he kind of teased that he was going to say something.
He's like,
big.
First off, I want to apologize. I'm just
bullshitting. Yeah. Then he regressed. That was probably the closest. It really went off professional. And, you know, and I maybe call it the time we're living in or whatever, but I really watched something like that, and I can't help but think about like COVID and all that, like what it took to get all those people into that arena. You know, it's just nice because it seemed like people just escaped for one night. Like the world felt normal again for one night. That's what I loved about the Rock Hall of Fame. And I feel like this year more important than any year ever. And as you said, this is the one that turned you on to the whole concept. So
yeah. I mean, I've wanted to watch. I just never seen anything put together like this.
Yeah, the production was out of this world.
So,
and I've watched it from, I think I watched it probably about 10 years ago is when I started. And I've watched it every year since. It's gotten longer every single year, but like I like that though, because it feels unfiltered. It feels like, you know, we're not missing a minute of the speeches or the performances. I want everything. I want to be there.
Yeah.
And HBO did a great job, and you can check this out on HBO Max. It's currently streaming till the end of the month.
What do you think? What was the worst performance of the night? Because I was really like turned off by this performance.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name. Was it the trio or whatever?
No, it was Christina Aguilera's performance.
Oh, really?
It was awful.
Yeah.
It was too much Christina.
Yeah.
Not
Can never
enough.
have too much Christina.
This wasn't. She came out wearing some, like, she had a Tina Turner brown top, like a
nude
band top on, and then a leather corset. It looked awful.
Ryan goes, well, not for me then.
And then she had these skin tight pants that kind of flared like almost like bell bottoms, but they weren't really. It was just, and she just, Christina, these Tina Turners, I can't remember what song she sang because I couldn't understand it. Like,
she made it her own. It wasn't Tina Turner's song anymore.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I hate it. You're there to pay respect. I would want you to give a little bit more of that Tina Turner feel.
Yeah.
To the song, and not the Christina. I don't even want to try it on the air, but just the voice inflection. It was like I couldn't understand what she was saying.
Sounded more
what she was singing.
Yeah, Christina.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So I couldn't stand that performance. Just did not
I can understand
do
that.
it for me.
I was bored during like the trio of folk singers or whatever who paid, I think it was Todd Rundgren's, like who paid respect to Todd Rundgren. I don't know, maybe it was him or it was
Yeah, I actually like that.
yeah. I was sitting there, I'm like, I honestly could care less about this. I'm like, I'm gonna go get a drink
And
or
then
something.
the blues singer that I can't remember what his name was, but he performed. He had like a great voice for blues.
Yeah, Bill, was it Billy something?
I can't remember. I should look it up, but
Billie Eilish?
no.
I'm sure she'll be in there someday.
He had
Ryan.
that raspy
Yeah.
in like the down in New Orleans, just singing this song.
Yeah.
I can't remember who he was singing for, but
It was a solid class. Like I enjoyed the class, like most of which I cared about like really 5 artists as far as like I really want to see theirs. Like I watch everybody's. Randy Rhoads too, which I forgot that he was even getting inducted. Legendary guitarist of Black Sabbath and Ozzy's kind of right-hand man. So sad to see what happened to him. And they showed video footage of Ozzy and you know basically what he lost when Randy Rhoads died. Generational talent, man. You know, when you talk about the best guitarists of all time, you've got to put Randy Rhoads in that conversation. And he's definitely been missed the last 35 years now. But yeah, I think it was a good show overall, great production, and I recommend everybody check it out on HBO Max. I'm going to transition over to the world of movies real quick. Well, actually, let's go TV shows. Netflix, Tiger King 2 came back this week. Did our own Ryan Weiss get to watch it?
I watched it. I binged it.
Okay.
Watched it straight through.
You watched it all? I did too in one day.
I watched it straight through, start to finish, and I was disappointed.
Disappointed.
I liked the first season better.
Oh yeah, well it's more story.
Obviously.
There's more story.
Without giving away too much, without giving away, let's say fucking spoilers just in case, just so I don't piss anybody off. Without giving away too much, I didn't feel like we got that much out of season 2.
Additional.
Like he's still in jail. We knew he was in jail. It ends with him still being in jail. What's her fucking face everybody hates? Like we got nothing new from her murder case. We all speculating that she murdered her husband.
Carol Baskin.
Nothing new came out about her murdering her husband.
Yeah.
Like, I think they
sounds
just
like
kind
a
of
waste of time.
they just kind of like capitalized on the fact that they knew people would watch, but there wasn't much more meat to it than from season 1.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting going into this thinking that we were going to find out something about Carol and her husband, and we were going to find out Joe was getting off or getting pardoned. Like I think it was delayed in coming out. Maybe.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the problem. It's too far gone at this point. By the time it released, I wasn't a huge fan. Like Dan said, honestly, like hit or miss. If you were really into the first season, watch it. But if you don't care so much, not really anything you're going to miss out on. I also kind of wonder the way that these people are portrayed. I don't know. I see it kind of being dangerous. Like this is kind of like the Making a Murderer documentary, you know, in the aspect of the way they're portraying these people and the backlash that comes from it after the fact.
Glamorizing, are you saying?
Glamorizing to an extent, but then also the negative side that comes to the people that it's been creating victims of, you know, like, so everyone's coming out that Carol is this big, bad, evil person. And I'm sure there's a lot of shit she gets for that. And she became a huge nationwide known villain because of this show.
Yeah.
And we don't really know if she did anything wrong or not.
Or the framing of her.
Yeah, we just portrayed that Joe was this big old hero and that she was the victim. And
Joe is definitely not a hero.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of where I struggle with it after watching this one, because this plays a lot more in depth to some of the behind the scenes and some of the other people and where they've come since the first one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this glamorizing? Who is it victimizing? I don't know. Is it just entertainment and maybe we're kind of making it out to be more than it really is, like for the entertainment aspect? But it's hit or miss. It's not a like must watch by any means. If you love the first season, sure, watch it. You're not gonna get much out of it. That's my take.
I can echo a lot of what you said. So for me, it is a very stretched format, even for 5 episodes. So where that format feels most stretched of all is the Carol Baskin episode. I believe it's episode 3.
Is it the diary one?
I think it's episode 3 though. And it's 39 minutes compared to every other episode is at least 50. So like watching this episode, I was like, there's really not a lot to this. So here's the thing. I can argue that there's some stuff that's happened in the Joe Exotic case since, like that probably should be mentioned. for my money, I would make this whole thing a 2-hour special.
Right. It didn't need to be a mini series.
Just do a 2-hour special and say, here's where they are now, basically. So to me, like the most fascinating thing I found about this particular edition is who was his partner that fucked him over? Joe Exotic.
Oh, the one that ended up running the
Lowe.
park. Yeah.
Lowe. Jeff Lowe?
Yep, Jeff Lowe.
Yeah. So the extension on Jeff Lowe, like what's happened with him since,
Yeah.
and then his partner who he fucked over in Oklahoma.
Yep.
And I can't remember that guy. That guy is the craziest character I've seen in this whole damn show, season 1 and season 2. That dude is nuts.
Is that the guy with the tooth? Bald guy.
He owns his own zoo.
No, I know who you're talking about. It's not him though.
No. Okay.
He's talking about the weird guy from season 1 with the gold.
The
tooth,
meme,
or...
the big meme.
Yeah.
No, it's not him. And he looks way different now.
Sorry,
anyway,
I didn't watch the show.
You
so
didn't. It's all
I'll
good.
shut up.
So, but this guy, I can't remember what his name is, but he owns a zoo in I think it's Missouri, but then like he was going to move with Jeff Lowe to Oklahoma and they were going to open up a zoo together. And this dude, they get him in so much trouble. Like Carol Baskin comes after him, shuts his zoo down, steals all his animals and all that. And then like he's ordered to go to court. Every time he's in court, I'm on pins and needles, dude. Cause I'm like, this dude's going to get arrested or he's going to get killed.
Yep.
Like, and then like he's making threats to people. He's going like, cool, well, I'm not going to go down without a fight then, just letting you know.
I'll take you all down with me.
Yeah. And then the officer's like, don't threaten me, sir. He's like, I'm not threatening you. I'm just letting you know I'm not going to go down without a fight.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, you're saying this shit to an officer, man.
It's wild, bro.
So I feel like those instances justify this a little bit. Like, yeah, I don't think it needed to be a 5-episode arc for sure. I think they did that as a means to like, well, let's get as many hours out of it as we can for Netflix. Yeah. So it's definitely, I didn't expect it was going to be anywhere on the level of the first one because the first season is the whole story.
Yep.
It's basically like, it's not just Joe Exotic's story. It's Carol Baskin's, it's Jeff Lowe. It's all these other compartmentalized, hey, there it is, characters in this story. And it's they have to tell everything. It justifies that 8-episode arc existence because there's so much going on.
Were you surprised to see, because you didn't at the end of season 1, everyone was still like Team Joe, all the people from his zoo, everything was all on his side, and then to see this season where everyone kind of turned on him and like took advantage of. Were you surprised to see that? Where things kind of went, where everyone kind of was like, well, fuck Joe, he's in jail. We're all going to move on and do our own thing now.
All the employees, you're saying? Yeah, to me, I was a little shocked about that. And it offered an interesting contrast to how in the first episode of this season 2, they show the celebrity that Joe Exotic has become.
Yeah.
So this is where you were talking about the irresponsible, almost glamorizing of Joe Exotic. But I think Netflix does a good job of calling that out too.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like these people are crazy for thinking this guy is a hero and he's anything but.
I thought it was really funny to see, and this is where I was saying it seems like a delayed release, that they were at that fucking Trump rally where the Capitol riot happened.
January 6th.
That the people were there trying to get him pardoned. That's so funny to me.
That was just this year.
That they got off the hook by getting basically turned away.
Yeah,
otherwise they would have been a part of the whole fucking nonsense that went on. Like, could you imagine if we would have seen the Capitol building getting stormed and there's pardon Joe Exotic signs? Like, what a fucking embarrassment to this country, man. What a fucking mess.
That woman that told him off too, dude.
She went
the guy
off.
that was organizing, like, we don't fucking want that shit here.
And they fucking just packed up and left like a bunch of pansies.
Yeah.
That's why I'll do other things to embarrass the country than support
bro.
Tiger King.
I can't even imagine. They got the fucking Tiger King plane and limo and the cars are
that
all
dude
wrapped.
was serious.
God damn. Okay, so other question. After watching season 2, any more thoughts or opinions on Carol's connection to her husband?
So the story with this, like, they kind of shed light more on the whole South America thing, like as far as when he went to South America and eluded her for the last 30 days of his life and all that. But then they also mentioned like she's the last person that saw him. Like she went down there to find him and basically confront him and all that.
Yeah.
And then like they mentioned, they bring up her brother and her father, I think it was, that like, they were there too. And they kind of confronted him as well. I fully think that like she didn't kill him, but she's responsible for his death.
They also made a lot of mention of how like he was trying to make it clear that he was gonna leave her, or like,
Yeah.
and he wasn't gonna leave her or anything.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, fuck that. It's mine. I want it all,
Yeah.
basically. So it doesn't look good for her.
Her diaries fuck her. Like that incriminates her more than anything. Here's the thing. Those diaries on a surface level, you can look at them and go, they're probably fake. She probably did it to make herself look better,
Yeah.
but she doesn't realize everything she's saying on there is incriminating herself at the same time. So it's like, honey, you need to give that up.
Yeah.
Like if I was your lawyer, I would say stop posting videos.
Yeah. She's just reading her diary on video. It's so weird. It's
Yeah.
so awkward. And that's like almost a whole episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious to see. I mean, there's got to be another one. I mean, we don't know what the hell happened. You know that they're going to release another one or something.
I mean, well, the thing is now that lawyer's working for Joe Exotic, like who was
They
working
swapped.
for the family at first.
Yep, they flipped.
The family of that missing Carol's missing husband.
Yep.
So now
he got fired, and then Joe contacted him,
right,
and got hired for Joe.
Right.
So I mean, it's like a fucking episode of Jerry Springer.
It's a modern day Othello.
It's just a mess, bro. It was entertaining. Like, I mean, I watched it. I was bored, but it's not like it's not a masterpiece. There's so much other things you could be. I mean, Dune, Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah,
King Richard. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that with entertainment
Paint Dry.
value that you could watch.
It's harsh.
Yeah, but again, I mean, if you've never seen it or you don't know much about, don't turn it on. It's not. There's nothing you're gonna get out of it.
I would just say watch season 1, and there's some articles online that basically update where it's at. Like they get updated every couple months, like where Joe Exotic is now. If you really feel, clinging to this story that you really want to pursue it even further, just read those articles. I don't think you have to donate 5 hours of your life to this second season.
I'm kind of curious. I mean, based off of one of the episodes in this, that he hasn't been pardoned, just based off that one guy basically saying they framed him, like he admitting that they framed him.
But their credibility comes into question.
They asked him if he would testify. I think he said he would.
He said he would.
He said he would take the fall and say that.
But he's lied once. He's already lied. So like now all of their credibility, like everybody who's coming forward, like the fat guy.
But don't you have to take into account that he could be jailed wrongfully? I mean, don't they have to do? I mean,
absolutely. And he's entitled. So first of all, he's entitled to another court case at least.
Yeah.
Like that, at the very least, he's entitled to an trial. But the question is, you also have to think, like, when Jeff Lowe is your star witness and all that, like, you kind of have an uphill climb to face here. And the government knows that, and they're going to pursue that as far as they can. They're going to try to keep this guy behind bars.
Yeah. It's embarrassing to them, if anything.
Yeah.
So instead of watching Tiger King 2.0, watch Holiday Baking Championship or something.
I think I might watch Joe over that. I've watched those shows. I've fallen victim to the late night boredom and turned on like the Great British Cooking Holiday Special,
I've fallen asleep to
or Bam, You Did It, or whatever that one is with the one crazy lady.
This is a penis cake.
Yeah. Oh God.
Wanted to talk some trailer talk. We had two big ones that have been released over the last week. Wanted to discuss them last week, but didn't get around to them. So I feel like now we have the time and the place to do it. Let's discuss Stranger Things season 4. So finally, after 2 long years, we are finally going to get Stranger Things season 4 this year, and it looks like it picks up a couple of years later in California, of all places. Obviously, 11 moved with is it Mike? 11 moved with Mike to California, and it seems like there's still an essence of the 80s there on the West Coast, but it actually looks like it's transitioning more into the 90s now. What was your take of this trailer, Ryan?
It's been a little while since I watched it, but I do remember enjoying it. I mean, Stranger Things is one of those shows that I just enjoy. You know, it might not even be geared towards my age range or demographic or whatever, but I still really enjoy the show. And I'm at this point invested. You know, I need to see where it continues to go. I like the characters. I really enjoyed the sci-fi aspect of the, just the original show in itself. So I'm all in. I'm ready for the next one to come out. It's going to be one of those binges. I mean, I always just
10 episodes.
I can't just turn it off. I just have to watch it. I still go back and watch season 1 and season 2. 3 not as much. I enjoyed it, but
definitely weaker.
Yeah, I'll catch myself just watching episodes of the first 2 over again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see where it goes. The actors have grown so much. I mean, not just what's the word? They've grown, they're older, but I mean, just as actors and stuff as well. They've developed, and their careers have expanded, and they're going on and doing different things. So I'm curious to see how that kind of translates to the new season. They're not as young and an amateur at this point. So Yeah, I'm all for it. Do we know when it comes out?
Right now it's just a rumor, but they're saying summer is the thing.
It had been October
I
there for a
know.
while. It was coming out in October.
Yeah.
We were watching it
because
on
we'd
our
watch it on
trips.
vacation. We'd download the episodes and watch it on vacation. So
Well, they had to pause production, obviously,
Yeah.
everything going on, but like, yeah, it's been on the shelf for 2 years now.
It's
Like,
wild.
we've been waiting for that. And these kids, meanwhile, as you said, they're growing, they're getting older. Like
Yeah.
adolescence is happening, you know. So I feel like you got to strike while the iron's hot, you know, because pretty soon you're going to have kids that look like Dawson's Creek or 30-year-olds who
Yeah.
are supposed to portray high schoolers.
And I wonder, my thing at this point is I wonder how many episodes or seasons they've contracted for, because I'm sure as they're developing, I mean, they're going on and making movies now.
Yeah.
Do they want to just be known for Stranger Things? You know, when do you break away and don't have the Daniel
Typecasting.
Radcliffe type thing where
Yep.
all you're known for is one movie? I wonder how long they are attached to this franchise. You know, how many more seasons they have.
I think Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11, I think she's alluded that like she's done obviously Godzilla versus Kong. Like she's done movies that like have allowed her to kind of escape that typecasting.
Yep.
Same with Finn Wolfhard, who plays the main character.
Yep.
He's kind of escaped it too. He was just in Ghostbusters, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
But I think it's the other kids, and I'm like, they kind of need to get on the ball fast,
Yeah.
like because you can feel it soon, like with a couple of, particularly Mike, like
Yeah.
that poor kid. Even in season 4, he's still reduced to that bowl cut, man.
Dorky,
Yeah.
just awful haircut, bro.
forget
It's awful.
Like, dude, it's almost the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude, shave that head.
I had one. I can't say anything.
A bowl
Oh,
cut?
I had a bowl cut.
Get the fuck
I
out of
was
here.
Sure,
shocked.
I did too.
It was when I played soccer. Everyone on my soccer, we all had bowl cuts.
Oh
well
my
into the 90s.
God, pictures.
Oh, I'll show you some. I got some.
Oh my God.
I don't.
Dan, what were your thoughts on the?
I
this
didn't
trailer?
watch it.
No. Okay. You
Okay.
care about Stranger Things?
I
You
do.
read it off. You didn't care anymore.
It's been 2 years.
It's tough, and that's the
Dude, I'm
toughest thing.
ready. I just release it like tomorrow, please.
So maybe this is Netflix's intention, but like when you have a 2-year span like that, you forget everything that happened in season 3.
Oh, you got to go back and watch.
We
you
watch
gotta
so
watch-
much, yeah, and that's the thing. Like maybe they go, well, we mean it that way, you know. Now you got to go back and watch it all over again. I want to have it within a year. It's still fresh in my mind at that point. I can still remember pivotal plot points. 2 years, I got to fucking go back and watch the whole season
Right.
3 again.
Yep.
But
It's okay because season 1 through 3.
get out of here.
What?
Oh my God. For anybody who's listening to
I
this
got-
instead of watching this,
You see that
Ryan is showing a picture. Is that you in the green?
here?
Oh my fucking God. So you really got to watch the
did.
video copy of this.
Oh yeah, that's a
Dude, you could have
serious.
starred in Stranger Things.
That
bro.
is a
Ryan is
serious,
rocking a bowl
uh,
cut with a green shirt,
That's a body glove shirt, bro.
a body glove
glove.
shirt.
Oh,
This was
You look
that
different in
was the
every
sheet.
fucking picture you're in.
This has got to be 94 or 5. We were at a cabin.
Oh,
My
man.
aunt. That's so yeah.
I think by that
I mean,
time I
look
was,
at
I was
those.
rocking flat tops.
Those outfits, man. My
I had a
brother,
flat top.
Like military flat
Bro,
tops.
I did too.
my older brother's got a Bugle Boy shirt on. You remember Bugle
yes.
Boy?
Oh, I was a hardcore Bugle Boy.
Bugle Boy. I've got body glove
Body
on.
glove was the shit.
This picture is just fucking hilarious. So my aunt showed that. So we call her my aunt, and we call the 3 girls our cousins. They're not related to us whatsoever.
Just hung out with
Very,
them.
very
Just-
good friends of my parents. Susan is my godmother.
Transcends title.
You know, they're just so. Anyways, but in this picture, it's so funny because I'm like smiling, cheesing hardcore. My older brother is just staring off to the side, like has no clue what's going on. My little brother looks like he just shit his pants, and my cousin behind him, Carrie Ann, looks like she just smelled this shit. She's like, "What the fuck?" And then
this is a time where the audio just doesn't do it enough.
Kimmy has no clue what's going on. She's just like, living the dream. And then you got Stephanie over here with some. She smelled the poop also,
Somebody's shit.
and she's got 2 giant band-aids in the middle of her head. I have no idea what's going on.
She's
with
rocking
her.
the Nelly look.
She's a fucking mess. And I'm just like living it up. Me and Kimmy have no clue what's going on. And Daniel looks like he just ate ice cream because it looks like it's on his face still. And like it didn't go well. I mean, look at that expression. You got to watch this. I mean, look at that face. I mean, you know, Daniel, he was on the show. I mean,
He should have been looking like that when he ate that shit he gave us.
what is that expression, man?
Oh,
That's not poop or that's not ice cream.
bro. And then Carrie Ann behind it is just fucking priceless. She hates all of us.
No kidding. Who is that to you?
We call them our cousins.
Your cousins. Okay.
That is so fucking funny. When my aunt, I'm gonna share this on Facebook probably tomorrow or tonight.
So
When my aunt shared that the other day, I was just fucking dying. Okay, I gotta find another one. I'll try and find it and I'll show you guys after the show or through Facebook chat. But there's a picture of I think it's my little brother and my cousin, or no, my aunt. This is my actual aunt. My dad's brother's wife, Aunt Roseanne. They're from Long Island. Huge, thick accent.
there's actually somebody named Roseanne.
Her name's Roseanne, but here's the best part. I gotta find this picture and I'll show you guys. She looks, no exaggeration. When I show it, you're gonna shit your pants. Identical to the Princess Leia of Spaceballs. Identical.
Really?
It is uncanny and fucking hilarious, bro. Same hair. She's got like this dress on that looks just like her in the fucking movie. It is amazing.
You used to think it was like the same
every time I
girl?
watch, every time I look at it, I just fucking die laughing. I'm like, Aunt Roseanne, you look just like this person. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh man.
And she's got this real deep voice like this. I'm Aunt Roseanne. Dude, it's hilarious.
Oh,
And my uncle Dave, my dad's brother, he's younger brother. This dude looks exactly like Uncle Fester.
oh
He
God.
looks exactly
Really?
like Uncle Fester, and he is hilarious, man. I remember when we were growing up, he'd come and they live in Long Island. I haven't seen them. God, it's got to been almost 20 years since I've seen them.
Shit.
Oh no, my wedding. They were at my wedding, so not that long ago.
But that's even.
But as a kid, he'd come over. I mean, he was just like big dude. He would just lay on the ground, giant belly. I'm talking like, a mound, and he would just like jump on my belly, just jump on it, and we would just fucking like a trampoline. We just fucking be jumping on this man. He just lays there
Stuff
like
dynamite in his
giant
mouth.
stomach, bro. Hilarious. I gotta find the picture of Aunt Roseanne.
I used to do the same thing to Norm.
Wow.
But we got sidetracked.
Sorry.
So closing thoughts on Stranger Things season 4.
Dan said, "Fuck it."
Dan
I'm
said,
excited.
I didn't say
And
fuck
What are your
it.
thoughts?
I'm excited for the freaking show to
He
come
said,
out.
Fuck
That's
that
it.
show. I'm not watching it.
It's only a 1-minute promo, so I don't even define it as like an actual trailer to me. But
Do you
like,
really need more than a minute?
So I don't like more than that. And shut up. Shut up.
So
Shut up, Richard.
So real quick for me, like when you were talking about like, oh, Stranger Things is coming out, and then it was just the episode release titles.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
clarified, Chris, you
They
clarified
always
that.
do that. Yeah.
That's bullshit.
I was like immediately disappointed, and then I kind of lost all interest in seeing what anything was going on.
You were disappointed in the titles.
No, I was just disappointed that it wasn't
Oh,
coming
there
out.
wasn't a trailer. Yeah.
Like, give me something more than just episode titles. But I know they do that. and
Sometimes
it's
you
just,
can
it
find
feels
arcs
like
that way though.
it feels like it should have been out last year. Like,
Oh, it should have been.
Just give us the titles much sooner, and then I could get excited about it.
Yeah.
Now I just give me the show.
In a perfect world, it would have been out last year.
I got a piece of movie trivia.
Okay.
It just came up when we were talking. Whenever I don't know what I just said to you, but I said something that reminded me of this. Tommy Boy, Chris Farley, David Spade.
Yes.
They're in the hotel. David Spade knocks on the door.
Yeah.
What does he say?
Housekeeping.
What does he say though? Housekeeping. And then what does he say to him?
The second line.
I'm here to fluff your pillows.
That's what. Okay. What do you think he says? Because that's what I always
wants
think.
me fluff
You want me? You
pillows?
want me fluff pillow? That's what I always thought he said.
I would say it's around there. Yeah. It's
Is this one of those
want a
Mandela effects?
Do you want a mint for your pillow?
you want mint for your Yeah, I guess
So apparently this was not supposed to be in the movie. David Spade's room was down the hall, and Chris Farley would always be fucking sleeping in when they were supposed to be going. So every day he would just knock
Fucking
on the
with
door and he would just say a different line. And they said this one and they cast it. My entire life,
Want me
I
fluff
thought it
pillows?
was, you want me fluff pillow? It's, you want a mint for your pillow.
It's weird because the accent is so like
He says it so weird.
it's not well defined. Yeah.
Yeah, I never fucking knew that, man.
It's one of those-
It's a
what they-
Mandela effect.
Mandela
Fucking blew
effect.
my mind.
Yeah.
You want mint for your pillow? I'm fucking pissed. You want me fluff pillow?
I mean, I can
God,
hear
that's
it.
what it was.
I can hear it.
No, it's you want me fluff.
You want me jack you off? What kind of hotel is this?
Yeah, so that was all not supposed to even be in there. They just thought it was funny and they kept it. So I'm glad you thought the same thing.
Okay.
Carry on.
We've
Chris.
been
I'm
derailed
sorry.
twice now. I'm trying to get my
Wait,
damn opinion
trailers.
out
We're a
for
train wreck.
Stranger
Come on,
Things.
let's get it together.
Is
here.
it- are we done with Stranger Things?
I'm trying,
Okay.
motherfucker.
Hurry up. Come on.
So
Ran out of time.
I got Carrie vibes from this promo.
Ooh.
I got severe Carrie vibes. Not just in the
Speaking of
Carrie
which,
Underwood.
you know, I still haven't seen Candyman. Talking about Carrie, I don't know.
I'm trying.
Go
I'm
ahead.
fucking trying.
I just had to stop
I want to
with you.
move on to the next
We already
trailer.
did sports, Sunday Night Football. We already did that. We already went through this. Come on, let's go.
I get Carrie vibes the way they're picking on 11, but also in the way that she's looking. And a lot of the shots are recreated from that original Carrie. So we know that Stranger Things is a lot of like an homage to Stephen King and
Yep.
that universe and all that. So I feel like this is the time where they're going to start mocking some of his like later films, like, Carrie, but maybe like the second act of his career where you start having like, Silver Bullet and I can't remember, Duel. Yeah. So maybe you get some films like that. I saw the little nuances like that. I'm excited for it. I kind of agree with Ryan. The first 2 seasons are really solid. The third season, I would say, is probably a 6 out of 10 for me. It's good enough, but the first 2 seasons are like glorified 8 out of 10s.
Yeah.
The first season I think is amazing, out of this world, and it just gets a little weaker, but then like the third season, you notice
just
it
drops off.
Yeah.
So when I was searching for the trailer, a story came up. It says Stranger Things season 4 mixes Nightmare on Elm Street and The Shining. So
I don't see either
that's
of
just the
those.
headline, but
Don't shoot the messenger.
I kind of see like you're pulling from those classic Stephen King and
Yeah.
It's the time frame it's going on.
Carpenter movies.
80s. Yeah. I mean, well, so if the original season was 84, we can say that a couple of years have probably passed just in season 2 and 3. Was it?
We've got to be cresting the 90s.
We
at this
got to
point,
be
right?
on
It's gotta
the
be close,
90s
yeah.
doorstep. Yeah. Because they said this takes place a couple years after season 3. So
And they're in
I got all
California.
the
LA
80s
gear is going to be busting
Stranger Things
out.
shoes.
Bugle Boy.
Bugle Boy, Body Glove.
Other trailer. Did we all see Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's coming out.
Bro,
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
know, I've seen
talk
it.
about 69. God damn, it looks good.
So the most watched trailer in the history of film. This thing came out on a Thursday night, I believe it was, and man, it broke the internet. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody had theories, of course. I kind of want to go first on this one just because I have one small complaint and then I want to gush about everything
You
else.
can't talk if you've got a complaint. You cannot complain about this film.
My smallest complaint is the same thing I've always said about Marvel films. I wish to God just once I could be surprised about fucking something.
Yeah.
Like just anything. That's why I said there was a time period, what was it, when Guardians 2 came out, and I said I'm going to stop watching Marvel trailers. I just can't do
Yeah.
it anymore. But then I realized that when I'm in a movie waiting for a movie that's non-related, they're going to show that trailer in there. What do? Run out of the auditorium? So yeah. So to me, that's the thing that I find faulty about this trailer is that they almost reveal too much.
Yeah.
Imagine if like you were in the theater and like that's
I just want to know nothing.
first instance you find out that like Electro, that all these villains, the Sinister Six is going to be a part of this whole thing.
John Cena.
It would blow. It might be. It would blow your absolute fucking mind.
I'll be pissed if they bring him in from fucking Suicide Squad. Whatever his fucking
The
head-
Peacekeeper. With that said,
Chris Pratt.
this trailer was awesome.
Yeah, bro.
This trailer, so like this movie is not only going to be the highest grossing movie of the year. I think honestly, when it's all said and done, I think it would be a disappointment if it wasn't a top 3.
Thanks for
Marvel
tuning in,
movie.
y'all. That is
yeah.
Made and Motivate
That-
podcast.
that's
Make sure you
the
tune
high
into
road
the show
it's
every
gonna
week.
take.
Like,
So
share,
like we already know,
subscribe, hit
obviously
the
we've
bell
heard a lot
on
of
YouTube
things that have
so you know
broke
when the
about
new
it. Like,
videos
there's been
launch.
talks of Tobey
And check out our
Maguire
pages
and
individually if
Andrew
you can. We
Garfield.
appreciate
And you can see in a
support.
couple
At
of shots in the
Jesse
trailers
on
that they're
Twitter,
definitely
Chris
altered.
the Film
Like,
Freak
there's
Kessinger.
shots that
Check out the
like
Film Freak
there's
review
one where the
page on
lizard is
Facebook.
coming
And
at,
I am Ryan
Peter,
Weiss. You can
but
check out
it looks like his face
Inc.
goes to the side and he
Yeah,
gets
like,
punched.
.com to
Yeah,
follow
like
my
by
art
an
and apparel
invisible
page.
person.
We appreciate the
basically.
support. And of course,
So
at
there's a
Made
lot of
Motivate
scene. There's a lot of
podcast
commotion
on
going
all
on
social
about
media
that.
sites.
Fantastic
Thanks
Four
again, and we'll check you
crossover.
next week.
You know, and that's the thing. We've been waiting forever for 4 and for X-Men because like they're
Yeah.
both signed to this world now.
Yeah,
I'd say after watching this trailer, I finally feel comfortable and see Sony and Marvel coming together to something that could be very well done and successful.
You're saying from the Venom universe?
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt very impressed by this, and I think that there could be a successful future with them
Mhm.
because I thought for so long that was going to create a divide
Tonally,
I think
definitely.
we see this. I think this Fantastic Four, this Marvel, I think that crossover is going to happen
Mhm.
in a good way.
They got the right minds in a room.
Yes, they're finally like working together, and this, I think, it looked fucking amazing. I mean, let's just put it that way. It's gonna blow it. It's top movie for Marvel.
What was
for
your favorite
sure.
thing about it? Like what just
It just, I mean, it looks incredible.
Mhm.
They need to continue on with Holland.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the plan is after this.
he's supposed to join Venom?
But the dude is the best. I mean, in my opinion, easily the best Spider-Man.
I would agree.
I love there was things that we've talked about briefly off air about some of the things that are in, like the spoilers. You're not really sure where it's going to go, and you wonder, is it actually going to be a part of it? Are they kind of teasing? Is it trickery?
Is it fake scenes that they create for a trailer only and you never see it in the movie?
The one was with the Doctor Strange thing where he sacrifices the future and the changing of time. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of like your point, though. I want to go in once and not know anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
how-
like you'd just be blown. Your mind would just be blown.
You'd scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm fucking pumped. It's coming out later this year.
It's coming out the week before
December,
Christmas,
yeah.
17th.
I'm
What-
ready. What do you think, Dan?
What about you?
I'm excited for this one. The part that got me was when Doc Ock was
Doc
when he
Ock,
beating him
yes.
up and he's like, "You're not Peter Parker," and that just knowing that the universe, the multiverse was crossing over, and he's like, he thinks he's fighting Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and he realizes that you're different.
Because that was one question I had about the first trailer. I was going like, so you think about this in the realm of the MCU, the Peter Parker he knows is Tobey Maguire.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
when he sees Tom Holland, like,
He's like,
it's
"You're
not going to look recognizable to him.
right."
So
Right. He's
I'm
like,
glad they
going after
confronted
the
that.
wrong person.
Right.
And then the fact that like bringing Doctor Strange into the whole mix and opening up that multiverse.
While knocking on the door of that R-rated Doctor Strange sequel that's coming out next year too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which he's top 3 for me.
Doctor Strange.
I'm excited for this one. I hope to see the Andrew Garfield and the Tobey Maguire show, because I will have to say I like Tobey Maguire's.
The second Spider-Man, I think, is the best Spider-Man movie that I've ever seen, but I think Tom Holland is the best
Wow.
Spider-Man I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yes.
I
Hot take.
yeah. Andrew Garfield's not. I'm not
Didn't like-
100%. He's too cocky for a Peter Parker.
I thought he was a good Spider-Man. He wasn't a good Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
100%. So I'm pumped for this one. I can't wait. My birthday is December 16th. So it'll be a nice little night out
Tickets are available already.
to the Spider-Man. I might take my dad because he's a big Spider-Man fan. I think
Really?
I bought him a couple years ago the Jordan 1s for the Miles Morales.
Oh yeah.
I bought him a pair of those.
How much
for
were
Christmas.
those?
I got them for $170.
That's
They're
not
going
bad.
for like 700 now.
They were huge, yeah. And I don't know. Yeah, obviously they've grown since then, but they were big when they first got released. I remember that.
But I might see if he wants to go see it too.
So the thing for me, so obviously the big thing is this is going to surround the Sinister Six. And we know 5 of these guys already. We know it's like Electro, Lizard, Sandman,
That's me.
Doc Ock. Yeah, we know Dan's in the movie, and the Green Goblin. But we don't know that 6th one yet. That's the one that hasn't been revealed yet. So, like, to me, there has to be a reason why you're not revealing this. So here's where theories can come into play. A lot of people think it might be Michael Keaton's Vulture from the first movie, that he gets out of prison. He's in Morbius, but that movie was filmed 2 years ago, and it's going to release in January, which is after this Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
So they kind of got to fix some shit if it's him. I wonder if it's Venom.
That's what I was just thinking.
Dude, I'm telling you, that looks like they could be going that direction.
If they took Venom as like the full-on bad guy that he should be, I would lose my fucking shit. Like I would go, I would hoot and holler right there. And I don't even like those movies.
Yeah.
Like I would go nuts for it. I like Tom Hardy as that portrayer. I don't like those films.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's interesting. I just love the stakes of it all. It feels like this film is going to be the one, like we've talked about Shang-Chi, we've talked about Black Widow, we've talked about all those phase 4 movies that have come out so far. whether you like them or not, it's irrelevant here. But I feel like they haven't really kicked off the phase 4 in a way that's like, I can see where they're going. There's a clear path now. I get everything. This feels like the movie that is finally going to set that into motion. Like, now we have a detectable path. We know where we're going. Like, this opens up the universes, and now all chaos is going to come as a result of it. So I like that. I love the release date. To me, Christmas, bless you, Christmas has always been a season of like Oscar releases and all that. Yep. So for Marvel to release this, you know, right there in the thick of things, it shows they got a lot of confidence in it. And I, for one, I'm looking forward to it. I know you guys are too.
They haven't dropped the ball, man. I mean, they haven't had a flop. Let's just put it that way. As far as box office release goes.
Yeah.
Black
even
Widow is
Eternals
probably
did
the
good.
closest thing to it, and they still did good. So,
I
in
like
this
Black
one, they've
Widow.
got. You did? I did, but it just didn't do the numbers that they were expecting.
I think
this is a home run for
We'll
them.
talk
I
about
mean,
that.
they're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
People have been waiting for this release.
Bank. This is gonna make
it's gonna
fucking
crush it.
bank. I would be surprised if this makes less than 100 million in the opening week.
easily.
And I think post Endgame, the fact like you had Far From Home, which did okay, but it wasn't. I wasn't a big fan of that.
I like the first movie more, and a lot of people like the second more.
I like the first movie more, but I think this one is going to be the one that's going to set the Spider-Man storyline.
Yeah,
and really bring that involvement with the rest of the Marvel universe in.
This is the one. I mean, because you know, the one thing Spider-Man fans kind of unite on is that, like, with the Tobey Maguire one, we got 2 solid Spider-Man films. The third one was garbage. A lot of people agree with that. With the Andrew Garfield one, you might have people here and there that go, they like the first one. It's always kind of debated on that, but you never have anybody who says we got 2 really good movies out of the Andrew Garfield one.
Yeah.
If Tom Holland can do this to where, you know, we've got 3 pretty solid movies, you know, even though that second one's inferior to the first, in my opinion.
Yeah. He's just likable.
And the thing,
he fits the role
that I do like,
he's a teenager. I mean, Tobey Maguire wasn't a teenager. Like, that's.
I was thinking, the thing I like about Tom Holland's portrayal of, well, I shouldn't even say portrayal, but he is sold.
Yeah, authentic
on this Spider-Man role and Peter Parker role.
Yeah,
like that. The fact that he said, if Marvel wants to bring me back for cameos, and I'm all for it.
How often do you hear that?
You don't.
Like, Robert Downey couldn't wait to get out of this franchise.
Yeah,
he sold
Tom Holland's.
I think it's the way he was introduced to. I think it was the way that they brought him in, because he didn't get brought in as just Spider-Man. He got brought into the whole universe, the Avengers and everything. And that introduction for him just was like, you got to be so starstruck, you know, to come in and have all those other people surrounding you. And
I think he knows what it means for the community too, like
Yeah.
the kids and the comics.
It's huge.
Those what's the word I'm looking for?
The comic books,
comic book, like the people
fans,
Comic-Con fans and all
yeah.
that stuff. Like he's sold to them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he seems like he was a fan turned actor, like, and it worked perfectly for him. Like, and that's the kind of casting. That's why I say he's, to me, the best Spider-Man. But as of right now, my favorite Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi. But I love Inside the Spider-Verse too, that animated film.
Yeah, it's so good. Probably the best one.
It's amazing. So yeah, that's it. Do you guys have any closing thoughts on it?
Just ready for it to come out. I'm just glad movies are back, man.
Yeah,
movies are back. I think Marvel has hit it well. You know, I haven't seen Eternals yet, but Shang-Chi was great. Black Widow I enjoyed. I think Spider-Man's gonna kill it. I think we're in a good place. I think
for Marvel,
I like.
I want another X-Men movie.
I do too, brother. And I want one that's like,
I don't want the 1997
I
cartoon.
I want
a freaking movie.
I want a real X-Men. I want a movie in this timeline.
I want a Wolverine with the freaking suit and the mask.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
That'd be badass.
I can't go back after Logan. Logan blew me away.
Yeah,
Logan was great.
Logan was just fucking so good. I can't see another Wolverine.
No. And they've talked about who they would even dare to cast in that role. And to me, I don't see it.
You can't.
Yeah. The names that they said, I can't remember right off the top of my head, but they were like jokes at the time, man. It was like, come on. I like they're like, oh yeah, it was Taron Egerton. It was the dude that the fucking Kingsman kid.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, he'd have to fucking take steroids or something, like, because good luck.
You just can't replace.
Oh, I know
who it is.
Chris Pratt.
I wouldn't mind Chris Pratt.
Fuck off.
I think he would do good.
I'm transitioning now. I've got one more thing.
What are you
can I bring
transitioning
something
to?
before you go into the top 5? I know that's where you're gonna. Have you guys? Because it came across my feeds today, or I was watching it on TV too. The new Saved by the Bell.
No, absolutely not.
Is it a new season? Because they had that new show. I didn't like that.
They got Slater as like the principal or somehow, and every character is trying to mimic. And this bothers me. Do something new. Do something different.
Yeah.
Sorry, this doesn't make sense for the episode.
It's
but
Hollywood Report. Anything makes sense.
Or TV, movie, music, games.
Bleach blonde highlights for the Zach Morris character. It's just
So he's a stereotype.
Bad.
Yeah.
I hate it.
They should have never
I
did
just
anything
saw it,
after the
and I'm
original.
like,
College Years
no.
was stupid.
College
Yeah,
Years
I
was dumb.
agree.
The original was the only.
The only one they brought back is
yeah.
Slater, I think. Well, obviously.
No,
can't bring
Jesse, I
back-
thought was back too.
Is she?
From what I saw.
Spano.
Because it was Slater and Jesse, and it was their kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
So like I watched 4 episodes when they brought it, like when they first did this new thing.
I just saw it like
I hate it.
today. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I got mad
It's
looking at it.
it's not good. It's not good
It's
at
like,
all.
Don't do something different. Like I get that you want to just, you could take that Saved by the Bell.
Just go watch the original.
feeling,
Yeah.
You can stream it. Just go watch the original.
but don't
Yeah.
create the character that's supposed to be Zach Morris with the bleach blonde, because that's
It's
not
fucking
today.
Stupid, man.
Kids aren't bleaching their hair like that nowadays, are they?
I did it.
Well, I mean, I did
Not
it
because
too.
of Zach. I did it because of Eminem.
Me too. I had a whole
I
head of
did the
blonde
tips.
hair.
I should show you that picture.
I gotta find mine too.
I bleached the tips.
I did the
Those are-
tips. I did the whole thing.
Frosted
I did
tips.
red.
I didn't do it.
I agree
because
though.
I'm
It's
but-
fucking stupid. Leave Saved by the Bell alone. Like
I
what they're
know,
gonna
that's
do.
ours.
They're doing Fresh Prince. What are they gonna
Yeah.
do? Family Matters. They did a new Full House.
What's the one they just? No, I don't know.
Well, that was the big one. They're doing a new Fresh Prince.
Fuller blouse.
And then they did Fuller House.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure. I mean, honestly, the next one's gonna be Family Matters. It's the only one of that like genre, like
New
big
Urkel?
time that they're
Don't
gonna
do
step
it.
on.
Don't do it.
Don't
touch it.
Yeah, man.
Leave the man.
I watched
I
Fuller
know.
House. I'm guilty, so I'm
I didn't.
just fucking helping them out. I liked Stephanie. I wanted to see her.
Oh,
that was my crush growing up.
I had a crush on Stephanie.
All right, Chris, hit your 5 boxes.
So we got the weekend box office top 5, and we're actually going to do a top 7 this week because
Top
there's
7?
some interesting storylines going on outside of the top 5. We lost 2 movies this week, guys, that are now 6th and 7th place.
Clifford?
Any predictions?
Clifford.
What do you think?
And
No, that's what I said. Clifford.
Clifford?
and
Well, there's 2 movies, so make
lost?
2 predictions.
Clifford and what were they last week?
So I'll read them last week. Last week was number 1 was Eternals. Number 2 was Clifford. Number 3 was Dune. Number 4 was No Time to Die. Number 5 was Venom.
Ooh, Clifford
I
for
gotta
sure and Dune.
say-
Clifford and Dune are mine.
I think Dune's still up there. Clifford and No Time to Die.
Okay. And number 7 this week, after 7 weeks on the top 5, it has fallen to 7th, No Time to Die.
Wow.
$2.7 million in 2,400 theaters still, making its grand total domestically $154 million for James Bond, the Daniel Craig's final film. So that's the first of the 2 that have fallen out of the top 5. The second
Clifford's
one
still in the top 5.
that is number 6, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, after 8 weeks on the top 5, still raking in $3 million, even though with 2,300 theaters and $206 million to its name at this point. Like, I know it's got a 1 week head start on Bond, but Bond's not going to catch Venom. Venom is going to make more money than No Time to Die, and No Time to Die is a 10-time better film.
Those superhero
Domestically.
movies are killing it, man.
Yeah,
Not worldwide though.
I think worldwide Venom would probably squash it more.
Really?
Yeah, because like Japan, Venom is
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
huge over there. Like Marvel movies are big.
Okay,
Yeah.
in the UK.
The
it's
UK
gonna
Bond
be
squashed it.
Bond.
Yeah.
They're
So
not the world though.
that brings us to the top 5.
Fucking big red dog.
Ghostbusters is going to be up there.
In time. Number 5 this week, dropping 2 spots from number 3 last week with $3.1 million after 5 weeks. Dune,
I knew it was going to be Dune.
$98 million. So as of right now,
Clifford is making more money than Dune.
This
It's such
week,
a
The
joke.
disrespect.
I mean, when you look at 8 weeks versus 3 weeks, I mean, obviously Clifford's a fresher movie. It's kind of unfair,
But it
but
should have been done after the first week.
Should have never even been in the theater.
Yeah, it should have been straight to Netflix.
Straight to your trash can.
but what a take for Dune so far, $98 million. So it's going to hit that $100 million mark in the next week.
That's a lot of money, but I feel like that movie cost a lot of money.
Oh, it did.
I mean, just look
$80
at
million
it.
budget. Yeah. So really, they're pulling back $20 million.
Jesus.
But they said that's enough, though. They said if they made their budget back, that
They'd
they
be
would do
happy.
the second movie. They were
Yeah.
greenlighting the second one. So I think that's the thing that's important here. It's a victory. We knew they were going to jump off the top 5 eventually, but
So skip 4.
yeah. No, we're not going to skip 4.
Okay.
Number 4, and this is a huge shock. to me.
Eternals.
Brand new to the countdown this week.
Oh.
Oh.
This is a huge shock to me. $5.4 million in its first week. King Richard.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
What's amazing about this is it had the HBO release. So we've
Yeah.
talked
Yeah.
about this before, as far as like, it's obviously going to cut into its profits somewhat, but it seems to be like people are still going to go out. If they want to see a movie in the theater, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
And 5.4 million for a drama, even though it's a Will Smith film, like I feel like that's solid for that genre.
Yeah.
And remember, Will Smith's
let's not
donating all
skip
that money.
4.
What'd you say?
And you got to remember, Will's donating all that money.
Yeah. He's so everything that they he's donating his
salary.
40 million. Yeah, to them. So anything that they make back, it's probably going to go to Will and the producers. Odds are, but it's still an awesome movie. We talked about that story. I think it was last week.
I don't think Will anticipated that starting out that high.
No, number 4 is a solid for a movie that's being streamed right now. I would take that as a victory.
I want to know what the Serena's take is on that. The Williams take on that is.
They signed off on it. Like
Yeah, they get paid, I'm sure, for the story.
they're
right?
producers. Yeah. So they get their names are on the marquee as far as producers go. And that's the story they signed off on. The one thing I'll say going into this movie is that beware that it's more Richard's story than it is the Williams sisters. The Williams are there clearly, but like they're kind of supporting characters to his madness.
Yeah.
So I would still say see the movie, definitely. Even if you're a Williams fan, you'll still get lots of insight into everything she went through, the weight that was on her shoulders as far as being a 14-year-old who was offered a $12 million contract to be the face of tennis before she even played a professional match.
Right.
So yeah, it's a solid film. Debuting at number 4 this week. That means at number 3 this week, down from 2 last week, Clifford the Big Red
Good.
Dog.
Get it off there.
Why you cut me off?
Cutting
man?
Rosie off.
I didn't fucking
Okay.
do this.
Next 2.
$8.1 million for Clifford.
How?
After now,
Who's going to see that? I want
Kids.
the numbers on who's
All right,
seeing that.
kids. So when you have a kids movie, there's now at least 3 people that have to go see it: mom, dad, and the fucking
Some
kid.
people don't have dads.
Have to go see it. Well, whatever.
Wow.
Whoever parents taking them, the kid's not going alone. So you have at least 2 tickets.
Dad went to the movie and never came home.
Dad
You know what happened?
jerked off in a
They bought
popcorn
tickets.
Saw
tub.
Rosie and he fucking just went out and walked into the parking lot.
Here's what happened. They bought tickets to Clifford. Dad dipped out and went and saw Dune, but didn't pay for the ticket.
Yep, got arrested. Then never to be seen again.
This
And I'll be able to blame it all on Rosie.
I somehow I
She's a
knew
life ruiner.
I think that money needs to be dispersed evenly to the top 2 and number 4 and 5.
I love your voice so much, and it's become your trademark. But growing up, it was a real source of pain for you.
It was because not only
Oh.
I didn't know I had an accent.
I didn't know I had an accent.
She's
And, you know,
awful.
when
Billy.
you have an accent, I would say, "Oh, you have an accent. You just talk like people on TV." You know, but on top of my accent, I also had a speech impediment.
And you're ugly. And you look like a troll. Can't stand her.
She was a beast, though.
I hate her.
fucking love this show.
Oh, God.
$33 million after 2 weeks. It's $8 million comes on 3,600 theaters, still playing
Way
it
too many.
nationwide. And there's an estimated 4,400 theaters in America.
Jesus.
So, there's only about 800 theaters not showing it right now.
You
let's-
gave it a 2?
Huh?
You gave it a 2, didn't you?
I gave it a 4. Yeah.
Well, moving on.
It's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad.
I read the books.
I love the books.
So number 2 this week, down from number 1 last week, Eternals falls. $11 million, 4,000 theaters worldwide, and a take of $136 million after 3 weeks.
Wild.
So yeah, this one it actually served 2 weeks at number 1. I'm sorry. But yeah, $11 million still in its 3rd week. So even with the bad word of mouth for this film, it's still getting the butts in the seats.
Marvel, man.
Yeah, it's Marvel. It really is. It's, you attach that name to anything and it's going to do well. I think when you have negative feedback, I think that kind of urges people to see it more. They want to see what's so bad about this movie, and they want to be part of that discussion.
I mean, I've seen all the negative reviews and takes on it, and I still want to go see it.
Yeah.
I have to. I mean, you have to see the Marvel movies. You just have to see where they fall into place in the storyline, and you want to see the continuation of characters.
Yeah.
You got to see it. I mean, Marvel fans are going to go to see it, and they'll continue to make money on them.
Yours is the take I'm really curious to know about, like, as far as that movie goes. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you're one of the only ones who like actually want to see it that's left that hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll probably go this week.
Yeah. So we're moving on to number 1. Moving on to number 1 this week. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. $44 million in its first week, 4,300 theaters. It is Ghostbusters Afterlife. 44 million for a pandemic film. Okay. That's
fantastic.
Exceeded all expectations. They were hoping for $25 million for this movie. It made 44.
Wow.
And I think as to where negative word of mouth we were talking about with Eternals, I think positive word of mouth helped with Ghostbusters, because a lot of people were afraid to see this movie based on, well, in my opinion, a shitty trailer, and based on anytime you have a reimagining of a legendary property like the Ghostbusters, there's going to be some negative feedback that comes with that.
You had it.
People don't want to see it.
Chris, you didn't like it from the start.
I didn't.
No,
I didn't.
I was excited. Ryan was excited. Chris is like,
pumped.
This is stupid.
And I was wrong. I'm the man who admits when he's wrong, and I'm happy. I want to be wrong every time I say a movie looks like garbage.
Yeah. Here's the thing with this one. This is one of those, I don't know what it was about Ghostbusters, but I was okay with the continuation story of this franchise, because of the way that they seem to be doing it. It wasn't a remake. This was a continuation story.
It's a sequel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you have enough fandom with those originals. Every single person that grew up watching that movie is going to see it.
Yeah.
And now you've got your kids who you're going to go take to see it, to introduce to it. I'm not shocked it did phenomenal. I'm super pumped. I'm very disappointed in myself for having not seen it yet. This should have been an opening weekend movie. I should have went and saw this weekend, but I saw Dune.
I'm shocked you didn't put it ahead of those movies. Yeah,
bro, I need to see it. I really did drop the ball, but I'm fucking pumped.
I think Dune's a better movie, but I think for you, I'm surprised you didn't.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I want to see Dune in the theater.
Yeah.
I'm running out of time.
Yeah.
So I want to try to get to that one first before I go see Ghostbusters, because I know there's going to be more time on the table to see Ghostbusters in the theater.
Yeah,
Number 1 though, that's fantastic.
Debuted, man. Top spot. So I mean, that's definitely encouraging for the future of the franchise. I'm not going to say much about the movie, obviously, because you guys haven't seen it yet. I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Did you shed a tear?
I was close. That fucking
that
fucking ending hits hard, man.
I like it.
And like I said, it's the most emotional film of the franchise. The first film wasn't emotional. It was pure black comedy. That's how it was. The second movie was just silly. It was, almost a hijinks sequel.
Yeah. And the third
one's fucking garbage.
You cry. I mean, it was pretty emotional.
I cried because I couldn't believe I actually had to sit here and watch this shit.
You bite your tongue.
Awful movie. So yeah, coming out of this one, I was like, wow, I was wrong. And like, it's solid. It's got a lot of heart to it. I love the characters. And I feel like the movie takes time in fleshing them out. Not only them, but also the conflict. The conflict doesn't materialize in the first act of this movie like most films do these days. It lets it, kind of saturate over time. Marinate. Yeah. Nice word. It lets it marinate over time. And you don't really get it until the beginning of that third act. And then you know where the stakes are at.
How'd my girl Kuhn do?
Carrie is great. I feel like behind the main girl, McKenna Grace, and Podcast, who's her best friend, I feel like
Podcast.
Yeah, his name's Podcast. He is a loving homage to like 80s tech characters. Remember like the tech nerd in the Goonies? What was his name?
Data?
The Asian kid. Yeah, Data. Yeah, so he's like a callback to those kind of
Okay.
characters. Carrie Coon though is great. I feel like Paul Rudd's being Paul Rudd, but I feel like Carrie Coon is actually playing a character.
Yeah.
My critique is just almost too much fan service to a point at times, like to the point where it's not just showing winks and nods here, like the vehicle or the guns themselves.
Yeah.
It's we're recreating entire scenes from that
And
first.
that was
movie.
your biggest gripe from the trailer, and
Yes.
that was where you were leading to thinking
That was where I was right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the fan service I called, but this movie's far exceeding my expectations. I was expecting a
Love
4
it.
or a 5 out of 10. And I got a 7 out of it. So I will
Love it.
take it. It's number 1 this week. Go see it. Highly recommend it. Check out Dune. Check out Clifford.
No. That's where Chris loses credibility. He is the film freak, but when it comes to Clifford, he's a fucking liar.
And that's it
If
for
you're
Hollywood.
forced to go see Clifford, go see another movie.
If you're forced
Buy
to
the
go
ticket,
see
but go see another movie.
Set fire to the
just jump off the top or balcony. Just do yourself a solid. I'm sorry.
It's a red dog. A big red dog.
The thoughts and comments of Jesse Young do not reflect.
All right, y'all.
Motivate
Let's finish this
Podcast
up
in
with
any way.
some Let's Get Social.
Sociality.
Turkey.
It is July 20th,
Turkey.
1969, and man is about to land on the moon.
Freedom itself was attacked this morning by a faceless coward, and freedom will be defended.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
That's the way the news goes.
I hope people watch this to see that, just to
Oof.
see what you showed them.
Oof.
You should watch this episode.
Drink her bathwater.
Oh my gosh. Let's Get Social. We got a couple things on Let's Get Social this week. A lot of, Let's Get Social is like the depressing segment of the show, unfortunately, but we got a
Is
couple
it,
things.
though?
Yeah, I mean, we got a couple
Social
things.
depression.
We've got
Start out with the depressing stuff. Let's finish strong.
We'll start off with the depressing stuff. The Wisconsin parade disaster.
I heard about this.
So there's a Christmas parade going on in Wisconsin, and some fuckface drives his vehicle through the parade, kills 8 people,
5.
injured 40 some people. A person like this doesn't get a trial. I mean, in my opinion, you don't get a trial. If that person, just fucking kill him. I mean, there's kids in there. I mean, this was families and children out having a Christmas parade, and you're gonna. This wasn't where we've talked about. Not that we've ever condoned driving through a crowd of people, but we've talked about in the past. If there's a march or something and they're blocking you, hindering you, to slowly push through or something, people that try and block a highway off and not let you get through. Okay, I'm going to slowly just keep inching along until you move out of my way. This was just a fucking holiday parade, and you're going, what the actual fuck?
The guy got away, right? Like they're looking for him right now.
He fucking drove off.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope they this guy. Does he deserve a trial? I mean, I know we're going to give him
he's
one.
Gonna get one regardless.
But what do you even fucking do? He's guilty.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's no defense for this kind of thing.
No.
Like, there's no reason why
5
you would do
people
this.
killed. I mean, just kill the guy.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's been signs posted that there's a parade going on, that those roads were going to be closed for weeks ahead of time.
That's what I wonder. How does he get through anyway?
He plowed through it.
But like there has to be a barrier up. Did he plow through the barrier?
They put up those little freaking rinky-dink fences. I mean, it's not blocking anybody.
They need to put like cars there.
See, that's what they did in Akron when the George Floyd was stuff going on. They put the snowplow dump trucks there to block the roads. For these type of holiday things, they just do the little reflective roads closed sign.
Because you don't figure some madman's gonna fucking come through and run through 5 people.
What a fucking piece of shit, man.
Yeah.
Are you pro death penalty? You don't have to give your opinion if you don't want to. But I'm just curious on someone like this. Like, do we send him to jail for life, or you just fucking kill the guy? I mean, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Sometimes I feel like eye for an eye. Like, I'm not like that on everything, but
that's kind of my school.
Things you do that. I hate to say it, but torture the fuck out of that guy for doing what he did.
You're just a piece of shit, man.
Dan kind of touched on my school of thought. Is I've always been kind of that eye for an eye. So I guess I can say I do agree with the death penalty. To me, the death penalty is a lot cheaper than fucking funding to keep them alive and in a room and with a cot and food for the rest of their life. So yeah, personally, I feel like it's almost like one of those things you have to put your faith in the justice system, that it is the right thing, as crazy as that is. But I mean, you have to, because as much as you think about these guilty people like this guy, you have to think about innocent people who are standing on death trial.
Absolutely.
You know? And if you're all for one, you have to be all for all. You know?
I don't have much faith in their justice system, sadly.
I don't either, but I would say I'm pro death.
Yeah.
Death penalty.
Yeah. So yeah, sadly that happened over the weekend. Stuff like that's just so awful. This especially is leading right into the holiday, going to Thanksgiving. You're gonna be with family and go over things you're thankful for, and then something like this just tragic happens. You just can't go anywhere and feel safe. It's just awful. And now people are gonna have other parades. People are gonna have to be on edge and be concerned.
You got to think like this time of year to lose somebody, whether it's whether it's to health issues or to like it's hard enough, and then to lose somebody close to you over a imbecile move of driving through a parade, knowing that your car is going to kill people. Like
I hope something comes out and the guy had like a stroke or something and fucking drove through the crowd and unwillingly or I mean, I don't know. What's up? You got an update?
33 minutes they identified him 33 minutes ago.
So they identified him 33 minutes ago.
Yeah, Daryl E. Brooks, 39, is believed to have acted alone Sunday as the only suspect. Waukesha Police Chief Dan Thompson said Monday. Brooks faces 5 counts of first-degree intentional homicide with additional charges based on the investigation.
He's fucked. Rightfully so. I don't feel bad for you. And I don't think you deserve to live out your life. I have a hard time with death penalty. Like I have a hard time taking anyone's life just because of just my views on just how important life is.
Yeah, that's fair. Frailty.
But at the same time, I don't think this guy deserves to live under a roof and have 3 meals a day and recess time
where
and
you
just
fund him
and just get to go on and live his life. I mean, you're a piece
5
of
people
shit.
are dead
and 40 other people injured
48 are hurt.
who could possibly die too. Who knows?
Right.
Yeah.
You're a fucking piece of shit, man. It's awful. I really want to know, not that it matters. I really want to know what his motive was. I want to know if he comes out and says what he was trying to do. Was he was there somebody there he was attacking? Was there
I don't want to get fired from my job. Be late to work.
Fucking piece of shit.
Plot twist. It's the guy at the Travis Scott concert who was injecting people with the needle.
Fuck that. Plot twist. He just saw Clifford the Big Red Dog and he's fleeing the theater.
Don't try to justify his man.
It's awful. That's awful. So yeah, sadly that was one of the things that came out. Now
dead, 48 hurt.
This could be taken as a positive, a negative. It depends on which side of the stand you stand on. But Rittenhouse verdict came out. So on our last episode, we were talking about the jury was in process of discussing. He had just taken the stand to defend himself. Everyone was mocking him, crying on the stand. It was fake. He's putting it on a neck, yada, yada, yada. It comes out not guilty on all 5 accounts. I think Chris and Dan were both guilty. I was not guilty. I swayed you a little bit with my breakdown of
I never said guilty.
Takeaway. You both were.
I should re-elaborate on that.
Yeah.
So my guilty, and I should have went more into my technicalities. That he was guilty with a gun charge is what I was saying.
Right.
Okay.
I don't feel like he was guilty for manslaughter. He was defending himself. It was showing on the video. There's no case that they would have been able to put against him for that.
Okay.
The video showed, but I thought he should have gotten a weapons charge. Yeah.
So what I had heard is with the weapons charge, the reason why it was thrown out was because it was certain length.
Yeah, there's a bylaw in the ruling. That's the reason the judge threw it out, is because there was like a subline in the 18 or older thing that said that only pertains to 18 or older if it is a short barreled shotgun or rifle. Okay. Because the barrel was 16 inches or longer, can then be considered like a hunting rifle or something, which point you don't have to be 18. And that's how they got it thrown out. Because I agree that I thought weapons charge,
no 17-year-old should have that.
But lots of different stuff came out in the court case. That came out. It came out that he didn't actually carry the gun across state lines, that it was actually someone who lived there, who he obtained it from once he arrived there. Mm-hmm. It was because he has family that lives within the area that's why he has ties to that area. A family member lives somewhere nearby or something. And he would go there for visiting and stuff like that. So that's why weapons charge got thrown out.
Yeah, because I still think that should have been.
Yeah.
You're showing up to a place like that in a hostile environment.
You know what you're doing
with a weapon. You're
like I said last
You're
week, though,
prepared for trouble, but you're also looking for trouble.
Strip out the emotion. When you're in court, you can strictly go off just the facts, what you're being charged with, and that's why he got off. It created chaos online, which we know happens with all these sorts of things. People are upset. If you believed in him, you were racist. All the memes are coming out now. The people that which probably are truly racist. See, I've been very quiet about my opinion outside of the show, because if you listen to the show, you know me well enough. We're all very vocal about our stances when it comes to racism.
Yeah.
We play both sides. We stick up for everything. I've been quiet about this one just because I'm not in the mood to deal with it, because I agree that he is guilty of going there, knowing what he was getting himself into. But sadly, at the end of the day, I believe that the verdict was correct. And if you say that in the environment we're currently in, you're a racist, you're a piece of shit. And I'm just not dealing. I'm not in the mood for it. So I've been quiet about it online, but I think that they made the right choice. Someone who we know, this is the only comment I've made, and it was on his post because I was just so over it. And this dude had the nerve to say that he hopes that the juries, the panel of jurors, have someone taken from them and murdered on live television because of the verdict that they did.
Well,
and I said, bro, they're basing it off the evidence and the facts presented to them. These people didn't go in there saying, oh, we're going to let this guy. Juries are supposed to be a panel of unbiased opinions and no connection to anything. You know, that's a really shitty fucking take to have.
And you just mentioned don't act with emotionality when it comes to these cases and mention the facts.
Yep.
So like a guy who says something like that, that's pure emotions.
Yep.
Like to you wanted only one outcome. It didn't matter. Like you supposedly put your faith in this justice system, but really you only wanted your faith acknowledged if it's for your side.
His take was the whole white privilege thing, and here's my take on that, and I'll keep it short. If there was white privilege, that's not a Kyle Rittenhouse problem. That's not a Kyle Rittenhouse should be charged with 5 counts of murder because he got off because he's white. That is an issue with the justice system unjustly treating people of color. You don't put him in jail for murder that he didn't commit just because, sadly, people of color are not tried equally. That's not on him. It's just like, it's completely far-fetched. But when we talked about the Steelers, I'll take the win if the refs fucked up. It's not on the Steelers to determine that. It's on the refs. Take it up with them. If you have an issue with the justice system and the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, or because we think he got off because he was white, he's not the issue.
Right.
He's not the problem. It's the overall justice system. It's society. That's who your problem should be with, not the jury, who found him not guilty based on the facts.
And like the refs, when you're on the right side of the calls, you're grateful for those. When you're on the wrong side of those calls, you hate it and you want them fucking banned from the game completely. It's the same thing with that guy who you mentioned on this status or whatever. He's acting with emotions. Like if the verdict would have went in his favor, you'd have seen him celebrating it as much as every white racist did when, you know, this whole thing went out.
It's just sad. I wish we could get to a point where it doesn't always have to go to race. I know it does, because racism is still very much a problem.
It's not going anywhere.
But we have to be able to find the division that, look, each case is different. You know, you know what? Maybe it would have went different if he was colored. I don't know. But again, it's not with him. He's not there's a bigger problem at site. And I think charging a young man with 5 counts of murder just to set a precedent because of white privilege is just not the right thing to do.
That prosecution was probably the worst.
Oh, they had no chance. They had no chance. And even the judge was calling him out on it, like how stupid it was. Like he tried to readmit something that the judge had deemed inadmissible. And then like he reintroduces it back like not even 2 minutes later. Like
he's a putz.
The one part I like thought was ridiculous is when they're talking about video games. Like you play Call of Duty, you know what
he's an idiot.
It's like, and Kyle Rittenhouse is sitting there like it's a video game.
That one and the explosive rounds one.
Yeah,
the
hollow points.
When you talk about hollow points, you're just like they hit you and they explode. And Kyle's like, I don't think
know
that's
if
how that
people
works.
use. And he's like, I don't know if people use hollow points
for
like,
hunting.
Yeah. He's the guys.
Those are my favorite memes to come out of this.
Finger on the trigger, pointing it at jurors.
That's what I was saying
that
too.
Dude flagged everyone in the fucking court. You're talking about gun safety, and you're gonna point a rifle at people with your fucking finger cocked. He's a fucking
Just-
putz. He lost that trial.
No chance.
Here's my question though, from all this. Do you think enough
Sometimes.
people, sometimes I only think rarely, but do you think based on how vocal people have been about the trial and about the verdict that this can go or will go to federal court? Because it was tried at a state level, but it was also he had federal crimes he could be charged with. So it technically could go to the federal court and be tried there. Do you think that they'll try and file a motion to do that?
They have no evidence on this.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. Even on a federal level, you
I
still have
agree.
the same amount of evidence. Like, you don't get more just because you're moving up. Like, they have no case. And I think the prosecution knows that. Like, if they've been embarrassed once in trial, they're not gonna fucking go for it another time.
I agree that they have no case. My whole thing is just one, I don't know if people realize that it can. You can go to the federal level at this point because it was only tried at a state level.
That's the only way you can. You can't be tried twice at a state level, though.
Correct. It's double jeopardy.
Yes.
If it goes to federal, doesn't fall under double jeopardy.
Yes.
The only thing my thoughts are on if they would try and push for the federal is just based on how awful the prosecutor was.
Yeah.
I still think he comes out not guilty, but that guy was awful. I mean, you could almost fucking argue mistrial at how awful that guy prosecuted.
What do they
for
call
the state?
They call that something though, like when it's like your counsel fails you. So they call it like,
yeah. That's my only thing is they could try and take it just because of how I mean, that guy created career suicide. He was awful. I mean, the dude is just a mess. But anyways, so that came out. It's been a huge topic. It's honestly dying off pretty quick.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much talk about it since verdict day. I expected, just based on previous cases, that there was going to be a lot of uproar and riot within the vicinity of the case, people being upset and things. There was a sheriff local to the area that did an interview and said that no one was boarding up, no one was preparing for rioting or parading or anything like that. So that's good.
I think the bigger concern is him walking out in public, like, somewhere down the line. Doesn't even have to be this year.
That's the thing. He's not off scot-free. He got off not guilty, but that dude's just 18. And he's got his whole life ahead of him for two things that can happen. One, someone takes him out. And two, he's going to fuck up again.
Yeah.
He's a young, naive kid. He's made comments that I foresee him fucking up.
Yeah.
This was his one get out of jail free card. That's it. He
for his sake, we're not talking about him on a future story.
Exactly. So he's not off scot-free where his dude's going to go on and live his life with no repercussions. I mean, he's going to live with this forever. People are going to know him from this, and not everyone's going to be on his side.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that though. But that concluded. That case is done from a year ago. I mean, it's been over a year at this point. And then so the next big one that's coming is which was been kind of on hiatus is Maxwell, Giselle Maxwell. So that jury selection kicks off tomorrow on Tuesday. Wow. And she'll be tried with conspiracy and involvement with kind of soliciting the young women and stuff and bringing them over.
Open this book up wide.
Yeah. So this is going to be a big one. I'm really interested to see where this goes. I'm glad to see these cases starting to settle. Aubrey still going on. A lot has been open about Aubrey.
Like what?
So anyways, Giselle Maxwell, that one will be kicking off. If you guys are interested, check it out. Jury starts tomorrow and then court probably shortly after. But Aubrey, so that's been going on for a little while. They finally kicked it off. They've been in court. So a couple things came out. One of the items that they acknowledged in testimony and stuff was that these guys, they initially had tried to say they saw him running, and that's when they started following him. Apparently, they actually had been following him for a while.
Pursuing.
They actually hit him with their vehicle several times in him trying to run, which is why he tried running away. And then something came out about him pulling the gun, but basically they've released all kinds of evidence damning these other guys to the point where it was kind of before maybe up in the air that they get off. It shows that they assaulted him.
Yeah.
And that they were pursuing him at this point, at which point he's trying to get away.
Get him out.
The self-defense argument that worked for Kyle. He had every right at this point to defend himself with his gun.
Yeah, and I'm curious to hear what if the clientele is going to be in agreement with that.
Exactly.
That's going to be interesting.
Because it's true at this point. I mean, he was being vehicularly assaulted he's running away. They're pursuing you. At this point, you have the right to defend yourself.
I'm sure there's going to be
There's
reason.
more that came out. I can't remember off the top of my head because I didn't plan on talking about it, but it just, kind of got brought up. But so that's going on. So some of these things are settling up from almost going on 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this a year and a half ago, like in March.
Yep.
We were talking about the Arbery case and our theories for it and what we felt was going to come from it. So a year and a half later, and we haven't even started this really.
I'm ready for them to fucking be found guilty. That's all I know. Those dudes are fucking guilty.
I agree.
There's no question about it. And to the point of the Kyle one and the justice system trusting in it, I really hope that they get that one right, and that they do the right thing. So
if not, then you'll see those riots happen,
and rightfully so, because again, if you're guilty, I don't care what color you are. Look, if you're guilty, hold them accountable. Just try people fairly, and he deserves justice. And those fucks need to be held accountable for what they did. So please find them guilty, because otherwise, it just makes the whole argument about the system and not trusting it
privilege
that much more, true. So. Those are going on. If you're interested in catching up on things we talked about, like Chris mentioned a year and a half ago, they're still going on. And then two things, both Thanksgiving related. One, Chris sent to me today, and highly support this. Target announced that they will be closed on Thanksgiving, and not only will they be closed this Thanksgiving, that they're permanently closing on Thanksgiving going forward, which I applaud. I think it's about time that we put people and their mental health and families and things forward, and not the bottom dollar. So I really applaud that. You guys have any thoughts on the whole Black Friday shopping, or when we started to slowly creep into midnight shopping, and then it was Thanksgiving at 7:00? What do you guys think on Target's take?
I agree. The whole culture drives me nuts, and I've never done Black Friday shopping once in my life, but I agree with it. Like, close it all down as far as I'm concerned. Like, the whole thing is stupid, and it's so material during a time when we're supposed to be thankful for the things that are personal and heartfelt and meaningful to us. And to me, I'm somebody whose family lives in other states, in some cases in other countries. So if I had the chance to spend with my family one more day or one more night, you bet your ass I'd take it. There's no TV in this world that I would fucking go out to buy instead of that time with them.
Dan?
I've had the last 20 plus years of my life dealing with holidays and working Black Friday, Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, once the grocery store started opening up on Thanksgiving Day, I knew things were going to go bad. Like, it just, they're not busy enough to really, like, they all the stores you go to have basically a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
They've got 2 stock people, they've got 2 cashiers
for hordes of people.
I'm talking like the grocery stores on Thanksgiving.
No, I know, but I'm saying like for hordes of customers that come in, probably.
Well, there's not that many customers that come in.
Oh, really?
Grocery stores probably not. Everyone's going to Best Buys and Targets.
As far as the Black Friday shopping going on, they usually go like the 10 o'clock start times. That's later in the day, and they staff up. But the grocery stores, they run minimum staff. The stores are open. They're not doing a lot of business. They're probably losing money.
Probably.
So I hope that, and this is the first year in 20 years that I've actually not had to deal with this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm soaking it in. Yeah. I'm traveling to Chicago. I mean, I wish I could be with family, but I'm doing what I want to do, and not having to worry about stocking shelves and waiting there for Black Friday, these hordes of people coming in to knock you over, trying to get to that TV, to get to those. And this is going to date myself, those CD-ROM, CD-RW packs.
Yeah, rewritable.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't have to deal with that, and it feels great. And I hope that with Target taking the stand, they're not really, I mean, for Black Friday, yes, it makes sense for them. Grocery side of it, they don't really sell a lot of groceries anyway, so they shouldn't be open on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
But what I saw this year is a lot of places are running their Black Friday starting basically yesterday.
Yeah.
Through. So you can pick the time that you want to shop these next couple of days to get that Black Friday pricing.
And that brings me to another point too. Like, it's called Black Friday. Do the fucking shopping on Friday.
Well,
Like, nobody needs to lose their fucking, nobody needs to be forced into working, which is a lot of the case in a lot of these, like Walmart workers. A lot of them don't have a choice. It's we need you in there. You got to be in there on Thursday.
I mean, that's the way I was when I was working at Best Buy. Like I was 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting up to go to work, and we're opening the doors Black Friday for these people to plow through.
You have Black Friday, you've got Cyber Monday. I mean, look, Black Friday is now like a month-long event. It's no longer just a fucking day.
Here's the thing. So 2 things. One, I agree with I've only had Black Friday off once my entire life. I've worked every Black Friday, and I did go shopping on it, and it was awesome. But I did it on Black Friday. But I always have to work it. And to your point, it's a superficial day. Black Friday could be the fucking week after Thanksgiving. It doesn't matter. All we know is Black Friday is a day where everything's going to be on sale and you're going to get a great deal. Even having it on Black Friday still sucks because if you got to be to work at 3 a.m., like Dan said, or your store opens at midnight, you're not having time with your family on Thanksgiving because you're fucking sleeping because you got to go to work at midnight and work from midnight to 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Move it to the weekend before, it to the weekend after. It's a made up date. It doesn't fucking matter. All people care about is the sales. Make it fucking Murder Monday. I don't fucking care. Change the date. Well, that's what they're fucking doing out there. They're fucking crazy.
That's what I hate like, the culture.
I like what they're doing now though. Having the sales starting on Sunday to run through the week.
Get rid of the Black Friday.
But so
don't have the sales on Friday.
I think a lot of it
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are the sales.
I think a lot of it this year is because of the COVID restrictions, and they don't want those large crowds in on Friday.
That's another thing. Yeah.
So some stores are going to have specific deals. Most of them are going to be online on Friday.
Yeah.
I don't want
order online, pick up in store if you want. That way you don't have to be there super early and creating an unsafe environment for others.
I don't want to be out there with like 300 other people
the fact
are like
that they're
breathing
doing
in my face.
Like I bought a Wi-Fi system like last week, and it went on sale for a Black Friday price on Sunday for $100 off. I didn't have to stand in line to get it. I went to the store. I said, "Hey, it's Black Friday pricing. Can I get this discount, like the $100 back?" And they're like, "Sure." So I like what they're doing this year. Most of the stores, from what I hear, are closed on Thanksgiving. Like Walmart's closed on Thanksgiving.
Nope.
They are.
Are they? Oh, wow.
Like during the day. They might open at midnight.
I thought Walmart was 24 hours.
I'm kind of
365.
Well, because they're like cult workers.
They're closed on Thanksgiving.
Wow.
All the grocery stores in the area are going to be closed. The Save a Lot might be open. I'm not sure, but most of them are going to be closed. Dave's might be open. I don't know.
Radio Shack.
Most of them are going to be closed. Like the grocery stores are going to be closed. And from what I can remember, this is the first time in probably 10 years that they've closed. Besides, last year they might have been closed because of COVID. I think this year they're starting to change that way of thinking for.
But I think it's COVID related. I don't think it's employees care.
No, it's definitely
the Shack is back. My
they don't have the staffing for those days too.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing. I say just move it a week early. I don't know. Like the online, they're extending it, but I just give people the time off. To be a family, it's superficial.
It's gone. That family time has been.
It's gone. It's the thing. It's just sad that
the past.
We're in such a thing of consumerism. That's all.
Remember the days of stores being closed on Sunday?
I wish we'd get back to that.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't worked Sunday in a long time, but
Sunday was the family day.
They have Sabbath. Separate church and state.
Rosh Hashanah.
The only thing I struggle with stuff being closed is the people that don't have anything or anywhere to go. I have anybody. So they look to that to go out and have, go out to eat or something.
Oh, God.
But it's true. I mean, there's people that don't have anywhere or anywhere to go. Not in the aspect like, oh, I'm bored. I don't know what to do. I want it to be closed. But like people that don't have a means or food or something.
Or a book. Something nice.
Hey. I struggle with like, could everything close down? I don't think that's even possible.
See, and for me, like I'm traveling to Chicago on Thursday.
You selfish prick.
I'm going to Chicago
on Thanksgiving.
This
fucking guy.
So the guys at the airport got to work.
Yeah. So you're
because of you, Dan.
That's because of you.
I know. And I've been researching places to.
What a heel of a champion. Jesus.
And I feel guilty because I'm going to arrive in Chicago on Thursday.
These people used to call me a piece of shit when I'd laugh at the people I beat.
And I need
Piece of shit.
I need a Thanksgiving dinner, right?
See?
So
I need
I
a
got-
Thanksgiving dinner, right? This fucking guy.
I want my bun on the
Okay.
plane.
All right. So if I show up in Chicago and I have no food, like if all the stores are closed,
Don't travel on
Thanksgiving Day.
Jesus, Del Griffith.
If they were closed on Thanksgiving, you'd
I
have to
need-
travel on Wednesday.
I
Then
need
you
a
wouldn't
meal.
have to. Then you wouldn't have to eat on
I
Thursday.
can't travel on Wednesday because I can't check into the hotel until Thursday.
But if they were closed, it wouldn't matter. You'd have to
The
do it on
hotels
Wednesday.
don't close.
They don't need someone at the check-in. We're not checking anybody in on Thursday. Fucking figure it out. We're telling you now, a year in advance, that we will be closed next Thanksgiving.
They didn't
Figure
tell me.
your shit out.
They didn't tell me. They said it was open, so I booked it, and this is the only weekend I
Damn.
can go.
And don't use the soap bar to wash your ass.
No, you gotta use the 3 C cells.
The what?
The 3 C cells.
So, where do I go for a nice Thanksgiving
Denny's. It's an
dinner?
American institution.
Hey, Tim Allen did.
Yeah.
I did some
Get the
some
apple
research.
pie.
There's
There's
some really high end places in Chicago that are doing Thanksgiving dinner. Like it's
high-end
like
Thanksgiving dinner.
$100 a person.
What's the one thing you have to have at your Thanksgiving table? It's
Turkey.
the one thing.
It's not ham.
If you only could have one thing at Thanksgiving, all you would want is turkey over
Yeah.
anything else.
Oh yeah.
Chris?
Stuffing.
Yeah.
No.
And your turkey over ham as well?
Did I fucking say anything during your opinion?
You should have. No,
Are
because you
you
want
turkey over
turkey.
ham?
Dry ass
also?
turkey pits.
No.
What?
Are you turkey over ham also?
Yes.
You guys like turkey?
Well, I don't like ham.
Oh, you don't like ham?
It's
at all?
the- it's the-
honey baked ham.
It's the consistency of it. It's too rough.
Really?
It's too. I'm
Have
gonna
you
get
had honey
fucking
baked
made
ham
fun of for
company?
this. Huh?
Have you had honey baked ham
Yes.
company? Really?
Yeah, we used to get
The
them at
brown
work.
sugar crust.
I'd rather turkey every day, any day.
I
over
would too.
ham.
Because what I do, I don't just eat say I put it on sandwiches.
too.
I fucking, all
That's
that.
the only way I'll eat it.
Yeah.
The big Thanksgiving sandwich, with
Right.
turkey, cranberry sauce, all that.
Yeah.
I'm ham all day. So you would have turkey and you would have what did you say?
tur-
Green stuffing.
Oh, stuffing would be my pick.
Stuffing
yeah.
over dressing. Do you know that there's actually a difference?
So my thing with stuffing
What?
is the celery and the onions. That's my.
Dan's anti.
So my
Dan
thing
is
with
anti-American.
So
over
my
here.
thing with
with
Dan
turkey-
is the bullshit.
Do you know the difference between stuffing and dressing? And have you had both?
Stuffing and dressing?
Stuffing and dressing.
Dressing you put on.
They're two different things.
One's liquid and the other's
They're actually two different things. When you who makes your stuffing?
stovetop.
So you're actually having dressing.
Oh,
Stuffing is
No,
when
it's
it's
called
made
stovetop
inside.
stuffing.
Stuffing is when it's cooked inside the turkey, aka stuffed. That's stuffing.
but I thought that was just more of that stuff.
When it's not cooked with inside the turkey, it's actually called dressing. There
Okay.
are two different things.
So I'm not advocating for the thing that goes into his ass then.
Correct. You
Okay.
like dressing.
No,
Okay.
it doesn't go in the ass.
You're
Doesn't-
having
No,
stuffing.
it goes
You're
in the
just
neck.
having the box stuffing. But
No.
The neck is
no,
the
it
other
goes
way.
in the butt, bro.
Yeah, it's the ass.
Because a lot of times they keep the head on, and then Clark eats it.
Yeah.
Or Eddie, one of them. No, that's the truth. Truthfully, though, if you don't
gotta
cook,
pee so bad.
if it's homemade on Thanksgiving, go ahead, man. If you have a family member that home makes it on Thanksgiving and they don't cook it in the turkey,
Mhm.
that's dressing.
No, we just it's just
Just stove this out of the box.
it's boring
Just add
stovetop
water.
and I fucking love it.
Are you
So-
team green bean casserole? Anybody?
I am.
You don't like the onions, though. I know.
Green bean casserole. I can
fantastic.
tolerate.
Yeah, make sure you watch your
so
opinion
good.
over this guy.
I
It'll be like,
know.
I can
"This fucking
tolerate
guy.
the French onion,
Just the onion,
crispy
because
onions.
it's not actually onion.
It's they're like yeah.
It's just like the straws. Dude, green bean casserole gets
Alright.
so much shit, and it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Do you eat it?
Yeah, oh yeah, I like it. We don't have it often though. So like
well, Thanksgiving.
we only because it's only mom and I for Thanksgiving. So like usually we just make I'll make the 4 sides and she does the turkey.
Do you do canned cranberries or fresh?
Fresh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like the can though. Actually,
Cans
I have both.
It depends which brand you go with.
Yeah.
But like there's no substitute for fresh.
My brothers bring in from the farm homemade cranberry.
Oh, that'd be
sauce.
so
It's gonna be so
fucking
good.
good.
What's your least favorite Thanksgiving side? That's like a popular staple of Thanksgiving, but you just not for you. Is there anything that you don't really like? Mine's turkey.
I have to
like
think
ham.
about it because we only make things that we like.
So okay, like some of the staples are going to be mashed potatoes and gravy,
Love it.
green bean casserole,
It's all right.
stuffing and or dressing, turkey or ham,
I like it enough. Ham I don't like.
sweet potatoes, Or like we have the candy yams. Do you ever have candy yams?
No, I've never had one.
So candy yams is you just take the cut up sweet potatoes or yams and then cinnamon and sugar and then marshmallows on top and then bake it. Bro, fantastic.
What's the consistency on that? Like, what is that?
It's
like
just so good, bro. It's just like, have you ever had a sweet potato?
Yeah.
Or a yam? It's just like that, but then you add the marshmallow and cinnamon and stuff and bake it together. It's so good.
So it's softer?
Yeah, it's softer. You like mash it kind of like a mashed potato if you wanted to. Macaroni and cheese.
Love it.
I mean, those are your big ones are your green bean casserole, your stuffing.
I'll say ham.
Yeah, that's so weird.
I just don't like ham.
Love ham. And then you do the big Thanksgiving sandwiches.
Yeah. So like what I'll do is, and I'll do this from the first day, like from the second we sit down at the table, I'll carve me a couple of pieces. I'll put it on bread.
Yeah.
Usually wheat bread because I don't do that white shit.
Wow.
Make that a soundbite.
It's not the first thing he said that about.
I quit. I'm dead.
What I miss? God damn it. Dude, by the way, your toilet messes. Why doesn't it flush?
Because I turned it off because it's leaking.
Oh,
and I got to fix it, and I don't want to pay my like a $300 water bill. So
all right,
I set myself up so bad.
Sorry,
I
was asking
white bread.
Okay, so I was asking Chris if he makes the Thanksgiving sandwich, which he was saying yes, just without white bread.
So like I'll put like
on Thanksgiving Day, you do the sandwich.
I do. Yeah, me too.
I do.
Don't.
I do. Well, because I don't like to eat it just plain. It's too dry.
I guess I do.
Dan,
but
I'm
it's
trying
open.
to fucking post my opinion.
What goes on your sandwich?
I open face it.
What goes on your sandwich?
So with
what's included on your sandwich, Chris?
Can we kind of like tune out his microphone?
No, it's
fine. So I'll do like pepper
Wheat
jack
bread.
cheese.
Oh,
Yeah, pepper jack cheese, mayonnaise.
that's what I was wondering.
And there's something else. I can't think of it right now. There's something
But
else.
then you put like all your Thanksgiving stuff on it.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do that. And people think when I put mayonnaise on it that it's weird. But I'm like, you need the mayonnaise.
You need the mayonnaise. It's too dry.
Yeah. I do the
you need somebody
the
to make a
ham,
better turkey.
the mayonnaise, mashed potatoes and gravy, green bean casserole, cranberry sauce. I put everything that comes on Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
On that fucking bread, mayo on both pieces of bread. It's like melt. They make like their Thanksgiving.
Oh,
sandwich
that like turkey bomb or whatever the hell it's
fucking
called.
Good, bro.
I've never had that.
Did you do the Thanksgiving? No, you said you didn't. You do open face.
I open. Yeah.
My other question to miss while you were taking on your 5th piss break of the night.
And I like how he basically just said "fuck my mom." He goes like,
Wow.
he goes like, you need somebody to get a real turkey.
I didn't say that. I just turkeys are very like it's tough to make a moist, juicy.
I like to air fry it.
We're talking about turkey,
Wet.
Dan. Okay.
I had it once.
Seeping
Air fried.
turkey.
What is your you already said
My
turkey.
plate. What's my plate look like?
No. Well, you said turkey was your favorite thing to have.
Yeah.
What's your one thing you don't eat? What's your one Thanksgiving side?
I don't eat stuffing.
You don't eat stuffing?
Yeah.
Well. You don't do stuffing?
I don't do stuffing.
Wow.
Because
Oh, 'cause you
like I
do
said, because it's onions and celery. I mean, you can't make it without
Yeah.
that. So I always avoid. But
the other
So-
question was
so growing
cranberries
up-
fresh or cranberry
I don't do
sauce.
cranberry. I'll do cranberry sauce.
canned or
Canned.
fresh?
Yeah, I'll do canned. It doesn't. If it's there.
Dan is
All right, so-
anti-Thanksgiving.
All right.
Who is this guy?
I'm not anti-Thanksgiving.
believe
Doesn't
I was
like
getting-
ham. He doesn't like
Freaking
stuffing.
love Thanksgiving. Now,
Oh my gosh.
cranberry, like growing up, and it was always like you put whatever's there, you put something on your plate and you try it. Like you're thankful for the food that you receive, right?
Mhm.
So I would always, I'd get the stuffing. I put a little bit on my plate. Cranberry sauce. If I don't like it, I'll put it on my plate.
That's wasteful if you don't eat it, Dan.
No, I
There's
eat it. I
starving
take a
children
bite.
in
I put a
Africa.
little bit, like one bite's worth on my plate, and I
Just to try it.
eat it.
Yeah.
Can I ask for Margot Robbie to be on the table this year?
Ooh.
I'd like to put her on my plate.
You want to eat those yams, huh?
Ooh, yeah. Yams. I love sweet potatoes.
Have you ever had, I asked Chris this, he's never had or heard of it, sweet potato casserole? Or,
Yeah.
or sweet potato candy yams is what I'm going
Candy?
for.
Oh,
Have you had
yeah.
Candy yams?
Yeah, I've never had them.
So
Brown
good. I gotta give him some
sugar,
candy yams. Brown sugar, marshmallows, bacon.
marshmallows. Oh,
What kind of bread do you guys have at Thanksgiving? Not like sliced bread for your sandwich.
Rolls.
You do like just dinner rolls?
We do.
croissants?
We have wheat
King's
rolls.
Hawaiian.
Ooh, King's Hawaiian are good.
King's Hawaiians are good. Yeah. Yeah.
Usually do King's Hawaiian.
I like wheat rolls.
Dark gravy or white gravy? I know what Chris is going to answer, so I'll just ask you, Dan.
Whatever gravy's made with the turkey.
I'm gonna ask you white or dark meat next.
You don't have both choices. So when we always have
it's a
thing of brown gravy, and then we have a thing of like the white gravy.
Yeah, it's whatever's
Whatever's
made from the turkey.
You just have one.
Yeah.
So what color is it? Brown or white?
It's a mixture of both, I guess. I don't know.
You are going to shit. I don't pour gravy on my mashed potatoes.
No.
Nope.
Not even on your turkey.
Butter only.
What'd you say?
On your turkey?
No.
No. You don't use gravy at all.
Nope.
Wow.
See, I do use gravy.
No.
Oh yeah, I love gravy.
So my
brown gravies.
My plate basically will consist of like the turkey, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, corn. We'll have corn, and I will most of the time I'll mix everything.
Oh
together.
yeah, it's the best way to do it. Absolutely.
Mix everything together. It doesn't matter if it's touched. I know some people freak out when other food touches.
I'm not that guy.
Make it into a fucking KFC
mix
bowl,
that
man.
shit up, and I love it. And then the next day, I'll eat turkey and mashed potatoes. I'll create another meal.
The only gravy,
but I don't do sandwiches like you guys.
So good.
Yeah, sandwich is the way to do it. The only gravy that I like is biscuits and gravy. Other than that,
see, I don't.
Shut up.
Sausage gravy.
Sausage gravy.
White meat or dark meat, Ryan?
I don't know.
I don't
the
like
difference.
sausage gravy.
Honestly, like one's a thigh, one's a breast, one's a wing. Which is which?
No, dark.
So breast is white meat.
Dark meat is always thighs.
The thigh is dark meat.
Yeah.
The chicken legs.
So my
are dark
favorite
meat.
are
I think the wings are white meat.
I like drumsticks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's
so that's
white
dark
or
meat.
okay. So I like drumsticks.
Dark meats are juicier, but they're not good
Chris,
for you.
we're talking about chicken.
No,
but not your opinion of your women.
Okay, I like black women. I can't help it.
That's fine. We just got to get the people knowing
We're talking about Thanksgiving dinner.
I like drumsticks and I like breasts.
So you're
both breasts of women and chicken, but I like that. So that I think that's white and dark.
That's
I think
white
I like,
and dark. Yeah,
I don't care. Color doesn't faze me.
Yeah, I'm a fan of both.
Yeah.
Like
what are we talking about now?
I don't know. What's your this is going to continue along with the conversation. What's your favorite type of pie for Thanksgiving? Not women. What do you guys have more than one type of pie at Thanksgiving?
I just like
hot
I'm
apple
boring.
pie.
We have a smorgasbord of
Pumpkin.
pies. Pumpkin, of course.
Yeah.
Pumpkin or sweet potato.
Sweet
Pumpkin.
potato.
Yeah. You like sweet potato better? I like them both.
There's no better pie than a pumpkin pie.
So sweet potato
Cool
pie
Whip or Ready Whip?
Cool Whip.
I don't have a fucking pie underneath my Cool Whip is the problem.
Yeah, me too. But is it the Cool Whip scoop or you do like what I showed in that picture where it's the Ready Whip from the can?
Oh yeah, it's just a scoop.
Oh, so like from the container.
Cool Whip.
That's Cool Whip.
Yeah.
I like
Cool
on
Whip.
my pies I always do the Ready Whip from like the air can.
That's good too. I think that stuff's better.
Yeah, the Cool Whip from the container. I normally have that if it's like a cobbler or I'll do it with just like fresh fruit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I always thought that the Ready Whip stuff was what you put on pie.
I
guess a
always
lot
do
of people
Cool
do
Whip.
the cool. I guess a lot of people do Cool Whip.
Refrigerated Ready Whip
So fucking
is
good,
like
dude.
top of the line.
Dude,
I just
extra
drink from the
creamy.
can.
Yeah.
The blue can.
Yeah.
Not the red can. The
Oh,
blue
the
can.
extra whippy.
The extra creamy one.
Dan likes it extra creamy. Oh, fucking
Yeah,
Send us your picks.
Sweet potato pie is actually what got me
good.
into liking sweet potatoes. Before I was like, just like push it off a little bit here and there, but sweet potato pie got me to really enjoy the sweet potato casseroles.
Any
Pam Grier got me infatuated with black women.
Oh,
We're talking about Thanksgiving.
Well, it's going to tie into my next question. What are you thankful for? And do you have any Thanksgiving traditions in your family? Do you guys have anything that you do every year on Thanksgiving? Chris watches the Cowboys. I'm sure they play every Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean that's.
But do you guys have anything that you guys do every year? Do you do it at the same place every year?
More Christmas?
Anything?
Yeah,
No, nothing for
we
Thanksgiving?
have Christmas traditions, but we don't really do anything Thanksgiving. It's just we both get up like
Have food.
usually about 7:00 and start making stuff. I mean, I have sides, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
I can do the sides within about 2 hours. But she gets up at like 6.
Yikes. Dan?
I mean, we used to have tradition. And then,
And then you decided to go to Chicago on Thanksgiving instead.
no,
Be a
this
fucking
was
jerk to those
before
people.
this year. Guys, come on. This isn't. So we used to go over to my grandma's and things kind of had a falling out and
Family distancing.
we started to do things on our own.
Yeah.
And my sister started to host. And we all know in relationships you've got multiple places to go and you really
It's hard, man.
I don't. What's that like?
You're
I
better
know
off.
I
Better
kind of
off.
paused in my mind a little bit, like, oh, Chris, are you?
I don't. Tell me.
No, but it's so you don't want to upset anybody
Mhm.
if you go
I
somewhere
get the
else
concepts.
first.
Yeah.
So like you always try to split the time, and
Yeah.
and it got to the point, like for me now, like I don't want to split time anymore. If I could figure out a way to get everybody together, that would be ideal.
How do you do it? Do you eat a little bit at like one and then eat a little bit at another?
Yeah.
One
Not me.
family has to prepare at noon for Thanksgiving. You got to eat a little bit there, and then the next one is at 4 or 5.
Yeah, you
Eat
need
a
some
little bit more there.
distancing, man.
I'm the hot take, and I'm the selfish person, and it's been this way with every relationship I've ever been in. I'm going to my family's on Christmas. I'm going to my family's on Thanksgiving. You're welcome to come. If you choose not to, that's fine. That's where I'll be. Nothing takes me away from my family on holidays. I don't care. I'll be the jerk and tell your parents I'm not coming. I've never done the split. The only time I've done the split is when it's with family, not a relationship. When my parents were separated, before I got them to mend their relationship, and now even my mom comes to my dad's for Thanksgiving. That's the only time I split holidays. I do not split holidays for significant others. I don't care. I'm selfish. I don't give a shit. I'm spending the entire day with my family.
We got
They come,
assholes.
They come for
You
to
know-
mine, and then they leave and go to theirs, and I stay at
So-
mine. See you later. I'm a dick.
So kind of meeting in the middle. It's like what we've been doing lately is one person would have it on Thanksgiving Day, and
Yeah.
then one would be on like the Sunday after.
Oh, that
And
would be
that's
great.
fair.
That would be great.
That's
so,
fair.
So like for this year, we're going to be gone on Thanksgiving. We're not going to have family Thanksgiving dinner. So when we come back on Sunday, because we're coming back early enough, I'm going to smoke a couple turkey breasts and make some potato, like some mac and cheese from freaking Costco, the big ass pan. I'm going to smoke that, make some mashed potatoes, and have family over for
There you
that
go.
for that day.
See,
I think that's ideal. Split the days rather than the day.
Yeah,
do it,
it's so difficult.
Do it on
to do
Thursday and then Saturday or Sunday or something.
I'm not limiting myself. Like I'm not going to eat at noon and like limit myself and be like, well, I got to eat again at 4 o'clock, you know? So
I
just not
had to
fun.
when in my previous marriage relationship, I
Yeah.
had to do that, going to my grandparents for Thanksgiving there, and then her family. Like it sucked.
I want to
hated
pig out,
doing it.
watch the Cowboys lose and die.
No, Steelers rarely played on Thanksgiving, so it wasn't
Ravens.
really.
They played the Ravens, I think,
Yeah,
last
I mean,
year.
like I said, rarely.
And that game got canceled.
So yeah, I mean, traditions not
Yeah.
really there for Thanksgiving. I would like for them to be there, but unfortunately,
set that
it's
precedent.
just too busy. And I now again, I've got much more, like now that I'm not working, a 9 to 5. Like I'm feeling like the appreciation of that time
Mm-hmm.
needs to be there. And here I am traveling to Chicago.
The 1 year is free.
You're a warm and sentimental guy, Dan.
But I'm soaking it in, man. The time and just thinking about family and everything. Every opportunity I could get to hang out with them and appreciate their time with me is become more of a precedence as of late.
So that was your answer to Ryan's question as far as, okay. I just wanted to make sure we got off topic.
But it was more so he likes the concept of it. He doesn't actually do it because he just goes out of state for the holiday. when
This
he was
is
with
the
his family.
first year
I gotta give you
I've
shit.
left the state for
Um,
Thanksgiving.
I don't have like no traditions or anything. We go to my dad's. Everyone goes to my dad's. Everyone's welcome at my dad's. You
Sounds
come
like
or
a
you don't
tradition.
go. Like
that house. I
no,
would
I'm
too.
saying that's it though. That's the only thing we do. Like it's just we're gonna show up at my dad's, whatever the holiday it is. We're gonna be there. Significant others, family members are allowed to, like me and my brothers.
Chris,
go.
you could show up.
My mom.
I'm showing up to
goes.
watch a fucking movie in that
My-
theater, and then
we-
I'm
I
gonna bring
know.
my fucking collection.
I do want to do a theater night soon. But that's it. We just go to my dad's house. It's nice. Don't have to do anything. Like they take care. Everyone offers. Let's do a potluck style this year.
Everybody
Everybody
brings
bring a
it.
side. No, they refuse.
Like, nope.
Just show
You got
up. We'll have everything ready. It is what it is.
Cool.
But yeah, we have tons of people. Like some years it'll be, 7 of us, and then some years it'll be like 20 of us. It depends on if like my little brother's wife's mom, my sister-in-law, her mom's always invited, and then she has a brother or she has a sister who's married, so then they're always invited. And sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. But then like that's 3 extra people. And then if my brother's wife's mom comes. That's more people. And then this year, my stepmom's brother, wife, and their kids just moved local from being really far away. So there'll be a lot of freaking people.
That family, like your family situation there is always, but it's always intrigued me just because I'm like, I couldn't picture my mom and my dad being in the same fucking room for 5 minutes. It wouldn't work.
It's not normal, but it works so well. And they are so good to each other. I mean, my dad and my stepmom treat my mom phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, and they have a very good relationship. My mom and my dad get along better now than they did when they were married. They both have a very strong mutual respect that they're both the parents of their children, and they'll do whatever they can for each other. And you know, they've gotten past it. It wasn't like that initially. It literally took up to the point where I just told them, I'm not doing this anymore. You're both adults. Let's figure this out. You know, because I did, like Dan talking about the split holidays. I was sick of doing that. I was sick of having to do like, okay, so I would spend Christmas Eve with my mom after working on Christmas Eve. So I'd spend like a little bit of time with her, be exhausted to then have to get up in the morning. We would do breakfast with her, and then we'd spend all day at my dad's.
Yeah. You
know, and just it took away from the enjoyment of it. And we got sick of it. And eventually we just hashed it out. And now they come to every holiday. Birthdays were spent together, Christmas thing. I mean, it is whatever. We'll go to lunch together. It took a while, but it is the greatest thing. If you can figure that out for your kids, like if you've got kids and you're separated, just fucking make it work, man. Do it for your children because it sucks.
Do it for the day.
You want to know my theory on it?
What's up? They're getting
Well, you explained already that you're selfish when it comes to these things.
I'm selfish.
So it was obviously your call to just go, fuck it. I don't want to do two things at once.
Absolutely. It was. It's true.
It was all about Ryan. It wasn't about this family embellishment.
No, that's the thing though. It was I was sick.
Do yourself a favor and do what I did.
Yeah. I was over the splitting the hall. I wanted to spend time with both of them, and I was sick of, I'm going to my mom's for 2 hours. I'm going to have dinner there. And then I got to fucking drive however far away to then do it again at my dad's house.
Yeah. Gas is expensive.
Gas is expensive. My time is important. Fuck you fuckers.
Gas is ridiculous this year.
So
Biden, you did it.
Oh geez. We just got canceled. But yeah, holidays coming up. So thanks for tuning. You know, we're thankful for is you guys, you listeners and viewers.
I'm thankful for you guys.
I'm thankful for Black women.
You are. They need to know that. We need to find yourself.
They won't date me.
That one person on your feed is saying all about
tried.
It. We need to
She's full of shit. I've tried.
Anyhow, anything else for Let's Get Social? Anything new and exciting in the world other than our depressing shit that's going on?
We just talked about greatness.
That is great.
Thanksgiving
I'll have
meals.
to give you guys input on the topic. Good.
Anybody, have you guys ever smoked a turkey breast?
I air fried it.
Air fry?
Yep.
I've never had to prepare Thanksgiving because everyone always does it. I want to do a holiday at my house. Once all the remodeling's done, I'd like to do Christmas or Easter or Thanksgiving or something. Bro, I have no experience. I've never prepared. I know how to cook, but I've never prepared like a Thanksgiving meal. I've never cooked a turkey.
Just get a caterer.
It would be awful, bro. If you got to thaw them out like 5 days beforehand. They say it takes like 4 days to defrost like a 20-pound turkey or something.
So I
would have never known that. I would have been trying to cook it on fucking Thanksgiving Day.
We do it 3. Yeah, I guess that's about right.
This is the was it honeysuckle? Taking advantage of people. I bought 2 turkey breasts, 3 pounds each, $17 a piece. I know it's like $14 a piece.
Turkey breasts? Not just like you don't buy
like
a
3-pound turkey. No, because if you buy a whole turkey, when you smoke it, you got to think about an hour per pound. So you get a 13 pound turkey. You got to smoke it for 12 to 13 hours.
Gotta do that overnight thing, man.
I'm going to Chicago. So I got 2 3-pound turkey breasts that I'm going to smoke when we get back on Sunday. So it should take about, because they're separated, it should be about 4 hours.
You just got to tell Wes to get over there and get a jump started for you.
Just let me know right now if you're not going to be in the tournament.
What do you mean?
Something will come up.
I mean, if you got to fly to Phoenix or Las Vegas.
Seriously, this has been 2 years. I've had to hold off on this trip. So,
or dick.
And if I don't use it by the end of this year, it's gone.
It's a use it or lose it situation.
It is.
Dan's gonna let the air out of my tires. I gotta go.
I'm not.
You gotta get that.
No, I get it. You hate me.
All right, guys.
You're not thankful for me.
We are.
I didn't get to
thankful.
answer.
What are you thankful
Oh, what are you
for?
thankful for?
I like my.
You said black women.
Well,
Yeah, you did say black women.
Yeah, but
That's all that matters.
But I didn't get to finish after that. That's
usually
the
what
top
happens.
of the list.
Yeah,
That's
I
usually
mean,
how it works.
I thought you finished first.
No, Chris treats him right.
He only needed a
starts
minute.
off.
He said he only needed
Friends,
a minute.
family,
Black women.
movies,
Friend-
and health.
Friends first.
Good things. Friends, family, movies, and health.
With the exception of my mother, yes.
That's fair. That's fair. Friends are family. All right, y'all. That's it for 101. We'll catch you. I don't think we have any reason to not be here next week. No holidays. Catch you on the next show.
Jesse won't be.
I hope he comes back. We hope to have Jesse back. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Tell Jesse to come back. We miss him. I miss him. I'm speaking for
I
everybody.
don't miss him.
We'd love to have him back. Thanks for
I
being
miss him.
here.
Just kidding.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. That is Made to Motivate podcast. Make sure you tune into the show every week. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell on YouTube so you know when the new videos launch. And check out our pages individually if you can. We appreciate the support. At Jesse Young SI on Twitter. Chris, the Film Freak Kessinger. Check out the Film Freak review page on Facebook. And I am Ryan Weiss. You can check out rockeverywhereinc.etsy.com to follow my art and apparel page. We appreciate the support. And, of course, at Made to Motivate podcast on all social media sites. Thanks again, and we'll check you next week.